Are you
So
fucking kidding
professional.
me? God damn it.
Well, I just went to
This
the
is
store. I went to the store, right, and I drove back, and I was thinking, shit, if I was going to do an intro, what would it sound like? And I started to do an intro in my head, and it sounded so fucking lame. I just thought,
let me hear it.
I'm never going to do an intro. It was
Like
something
what were
like
you
it was on the lines of, "Welcome to the Flying Monkey Podcast, episode 3," and then
Ooh.
would do a lame back and forth. Where we were just sort of pretending to talk to each other. And then I'd go back and I'd sort of read off what videos we were going to be watching tonight.
Oh
But that's
Jesus.
all spoiler. I mean, I've done right.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil. But what about introduction? Like, what if there are people out there that don't know who we are?
Okay, well, let's do that. So,
What?
my name's... What?
They just
How
randomly
is that possible?
happened upon this video.
All right, so do I want to do an intro? No, not really. I don't
Well,
want to do an intro.
Anthony's demographic is cats on keyboards.
Yeah,
So,
nobody's going to watch it. So, welcome to the Flying Monkey Podcast, episode 3. I'm Anthony, a.k.a. Skullduggery on YouTube. We've got Devin Tracy, also known as Atheism is Unstoppable, and Leica Sobers, also known as Leica Sobers. How are we all
and
doing, guys?
what we've done is the first 2 podcasts we set the bar so low that we're setting ourselves up for a trajectory of just straight up to the moon. So yeah, but actually the start of this technically has just been glitch free. So
Well, I can
I'm kind
see
of
it seems
impressed.
to be working just fine. So I'm cool with that. Well done, Leica.
Is it up online yet?
Yeah, it's working, man.
In the right place
Seems-
as well?
Yeah, it
Yes.
seems to be. I'm in the middle. Devin's at the top right. You're on the bottom right.
I'm not seeing jack shit. Hold on, I want to see this to believe
I
it.
think Leica's showing a bit of cleavage.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
Now I see it.
hide.
I feel like you guys are shaming me now that you're both on camera and I'm not.
No.
You're anonymous.
Yeah, you're an anonymous pussy, Devin.
If you're a real alpha male,
But-
you'd show yourself on the camera.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get people like are infuriated that I'm not like, I don't know, trying to hype myself up.
To be honest with you, if it's just your head on camera, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? You're not like doing a Josh Banko where you're showing nipples. You know, it's not like that.
Go ahead.
Oh well, I was just going to give a quick rundown to everybody as to what we've got in store for them tonight. So we're going to touch back on the movie Miracles from Heaven that we covered last week. Turns out that the story was completely true. Fox News comes that, so we're going to watch that. Then we're going to touch on some football. And when I say football, I mean soccer. Me and Devin were talking about it last night, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about England's victory over Germany last night in Berlin. We've got some. What's he called, Devin? That guy, Chris?
Well, we got the Skype exorcist.
Skype Exorcist coming up as well.
Yeah,
And
he was a
it is a
prominent.
doozy.
Yeah. But every one of his videos really is. I mean, he is kind of an amazing, unintentionally comedic guy that exists on the internet that everybody should be aware of. I mean, I'm surprised. Like he has like 22,000 subs now, and I'm surprised it's not higher.
Yeah, his
Like,
videos don't get many hits. That one we're going to watch tonight, it's only got maybe 1,200 views on it. I think you thought it would have had more. But
Yeah.
reading the comments on that video was one of the best things.
Oh, really? What do they say?
The insanity just continues. Everybody thinks he's amazing. The whole thing was absolutely true, and the guy's now cured or whatever. It's just mind-blowingly dumb. So yeah, what else we got? Few of the secrets that we'll delve into. So yeah, there's my intro, Devon. Was that any good?
I thought it was compelling and thorough. I'm left satisfied. How about you guys? By the way, we have no Voltaire's Ghost tonight, so
Well, I didn't ask him.
yeah. But I mean, we're gonna have to come up with
He's in there.
smart things to say
Oh shit.
without him.
It will be
Well,
easy for me to get him in, by the way. I can change it around if you want him in. It's up to you.
Maybe we'll just ask him to write smart stuff in the chat, and then we'll just say it and take credit for it.
Yeah, do that. Did somebody just comment about my glasses? Motherfuckers. Who said that? Right, okay, I'm not reading the chat. Fuck y'all.
Okay. Yeah, and a fair warning to the brony in the chat. We do make fun of bronies in this. There is a prominent brony that we are about to discuss, so no offense
Yeah.
intended, but probably will take some.
Are we going to start with that? Do you want to start with that, like?
Yeah.
Are we all ready to go?
Let's go for it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
1 second.
Boo.
I don't know what's going on now.
Did, last time I'm asking you, Devin, I know you were there. I guess I'm asking the chat. Did anybody see the hangout that Creationist Cat was in last night? I don't know who he was in there with. But Devin retweeted it out last night, maybe about 9:30 or something my time. And me and Devin and a few other monkeys got in there. We absolutely trashed this complete fucking hangout to the point where we were just having dead air. Didn't know what to say. Oh, I know Drew was in there as well. Drew's in this.
It really was a horrific experience. But what I loved about it was they didn't want to call me by name. So they're like, ooh, there's a celebrity in the chat. And then they like use like indirect sort of terms to talk about me. But they talked about me for an hour, like a solid hour.
Yep.
Trying to talk shit. And it was just so pointless. It was just like, man.
Even I got called by no name, which was great.
I just think we should do that more often, though. I think we should like scan the internet for live events and then just like flood into the chat. Just people that are not used to having viewers, and then just see how they react. I mean, that is truly interactive.
All right, have you started, Leica?
I can do.
You have done.
She's clicked 500 times. She must have accomplished something with 500 clicks of that volume. So we're going to start with the AIDS Skrillex, you guys. If anybody doesn't know who he is,
that audio is really loud. I can't hardly hear anything.
It's loud.
Okay,
there we go.
This is a Bernie Sanders supporter who got famous last week and who deleted all his social media ever since. He's a brony. He's I don't know where he is on the spectrum of gayness, but it's not any place I want to be. And this is further insight into his life and into the new genre of music called cuckstep.
Now that started for me. I could hear Devin talking over it barely because the audio was so loud in my ears anyway. But you started it while Devin was talking, and now it's gone back to the start again. Is that how it was supposed to work?
Yeah, something went wrong on my end. So start again, but we're going to start again. Right.
Yeah.
No worries.
Go for it.
Right.
When asked how his mom feels about his music, Teeter says that his mother enjoys it very much and that it has helped their relationship grow.
She loves it. She plays it in her car. She shows her coworkers. Oh, she loves it.
I can't stand it.
Yes! A white man!
She loves it.
Yes! A white man!
This drives me nuts.
I have done my research. Yes! A white male!
She loves it.
Bullshit! Yes! A white man!
This drives me nuts.
Wow.
Oh God! So
what's the backstory on that, Devin? Yeah.
There was a documentary made about this guy. I think he was in a band, like a punk band, and it was like a true life documentary. And just seeing, I don't think he has a father, which I don't know. Maybe you guys can comment on this, but you know, not having a father is just a devastating thing, I think, to people's upbringing. I don't know. Is it the same? In reverse? You're okay?
I'm good. Right, you're
Well,
but did you have like?
I think it's different for boys, maybe.
Yeah, but boys are better with a mum, aren't they? Because that's what I learned in psychology, that they learn more off the mum, and the mum is more important than the father to a boy, whereas in the girl, it's reversed.
Yeah, but the dad has to be there as like some sort of maybe an authority figure or something like that. If the mom's going to be all nice and I don't know, you need that balance.
A role model. I mean,
Yeah.
when you see this guy and you see his mom, it explains everything. And there's no dad. There's no cutaway to some like, you know, fireman who comes back all like ripped. But whatever boost the Bernie campaign got for this bird landing on his podium, it got detracted from this video because this guy supports Bernie. I mean, there's no way that the universe doesn't pay attention to the karma of this guy. So,
And that other one as well. Who's the other one? Just some other random dude, the Carl and what are they called?
Oh, Carl the cock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're all college kids, and they're parroting stuff they hear from other people. But what I love about his statement, and I think one of the reasons it's so popular, when he says you're a fucking white male, and in the way he says it, that was the end of his thought. You have to understand, the argument was over. So whatever the other guy was saying, he just said, "You're a fucking white male." In other words, shut up. Like, why would you be given the authority to talk right now? And so I feel like it is. It just crystallizes for me this anti-white movement, and also the sort of regressive self-hating. The fact that it's a white male saying that is just, that's just the cherry on top of this whole thing.
Yeah,
So I just love it.
Well, you know my opinion on American politics. I do try and keep out of it as much as I can. But what I've noticed is that these white, lame, self-hating people are always Bernie fans. That's what I have noticed. They always have Bernie fans. They're never Trump fans or even Clinton fans. To that matter.
And that's why I'm interested in the character types, like the personality traits, not just the divisions politically or like on a certain issue. I feel like there are larger trends where you can be like, oh yeah, I already know what Aid Skrillex thinks about 20 other things, and I don't even know what he thinks about those 20 things. I just have a severely educated guess on that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, he's
a funny guy. I mean, a funny guy. He's probably got a good career ahead of him as well.
In what?
Good question.
Music?
I don't know. Maybe some sort of public figure, but briefly.
It would be interesting if he came out and actually talked about this, because like when you become like a viral sensation that you never wanted to be, like what do you do? Isn't there a book called "So You've Been Publicly Shamed"?
Is there?
Yeah, I think it's like a growing thing because like it happens a lot. But theoretically, he could use this platform and be like, who would interview Aid Skrillex? I would. That'd be fascinating.
Oh hell yeah! Without a doubt, I'd get him on. I'd get him on.
Get Skrillex to interview him. That'd be cool. Very meta.
Like, do you have anything to add on Aid Skrillex?
I don't know where to begin.
From somebody who's living in England, because this is a real American sensation. You'd never get
Okay.
someone-
No.
Let me ask.
This is worse in England than it is in America. There's people like that are the norm in England.
Really?
I want to ask
Really,
you.
really. Yeah.
Like a.
Yes.
Okay, as a guy, I look at that and I have a certain reaction. As a woman looking at a guy like that, what is your sort of instinctual impulse? Like, what do you have pity? Do you sort of but do you not size him up as a potential mate? Is there any part of you, or do you
like
instantly just go, he's out of the gene pool?
He's out. He's well out. He's like the beta male, the example of what not to be as a man.
I mean, but seriously, like for me, it's like a boomerang effect, because it's not just that he's a failure as a straight man, because he's clearly not a straight man, but he has to be a failure as a gay man too. Like that's where it gets crazy. There's no way he's a successful gay man.
He lives at home with his mum by the looks of it.
Yeah,
correct.
He does. I think that answers everything, really. He lives at home with his mum. Just like Tyler Preston. In fact. You know what I mean?
God. Is that?
Well, that's like a segue into the next one, maybe.
Okay, that was a spoiler.
Okay.
Hit us. Shots have been fired.
Yeah.
It's everyone's friend.
If anybody doesn't know, well, yeah, let's watch it.
Shattered.
Yeah, do we have to watch the intro? Christ.
I want to watch the intro because it was the worst intro I've seen on a channel ever. I feel like it was written by autistic people for autistic people.
Well, I'm looking at that hat and just the curvature of it. I'm getting a little Steve Shives vibe off of that. So I'm already in a zone.
Yes. I've just noticed
Although
he's got
Tyler's
inward turn
ears-
in book 2.
What's wrong with his ears?
No, his ears are better than Shives. I'll give him credit for having his ears not be chubby and just like triggering me to attack him. Like
I've never
like
noticed Steve Shives' ears.
Oh, look at them. Study them next time. They're pudgy, man. They're like Hobbit ears. They're like soft. Like his ears need to be, I don't know, like is there surgery, like cosmetic surgery for the
How do you have
ears to make it
soft
look
ears?
Look at them. I'm telling you, they're not.
Pudgy
They
ears?
stick out. They're like curvy ears. They're like, you'll see. The second you see it, you're like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Tyler, he's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend.
Did he sing this?
No, I think
Oh,
Alexis did.
You think it was a
He's got
fan?
a song.
No, it sounds like Tyler, which makes it more pathetic because it's not even like a fan-made thing.
I wouldn't
I
trade
presume it is Tyler. Yeah.
I like that game that's on the screen though. It's a good game.
What is it?
Super Hexagon. It's quite cool.
What's it? Oh, that's yeah. Okay.
for another black friend. Because black friends are rare as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's
He does really look like Richard Price. Especially in the picture where he's next to him.
Hopefully he has the same fate as Richard Pryor.
That's harsh.
everyone's
A successful
friend.
career in comedy.
Of course, that's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
It's Tyler. It's everyone's friend. It's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. AIU supports Islamism. You guys are probably saying right now,
Time out.
Tyler.
Okay, I'm already just, there's so many things that just ran through my brain. But okay, Islamism. Have you ever heard it pronounced like that?
Islamism?
You said Islamism.
Yeah, but he lives in Maryland, Devin. What do you expect?
And whose house is
He's
that?
never met an Islamist in his life.
It's his mum's
Does
house.
he live at home?
He lives with his mum.
I mean, shouldn't you not go on the offensive when you live at your mom's house? And if you're a public virgin, and I'm not going to harp on that, but it's just a fact. A public virgin who lives at home with his mom, and you're in your 20s, and you're going to go after a guy. Like, why? Like, shouldn't something be, like a warning sign be going off in your head? Like, maybe this isn't the best idea.
He's a YouTuber, man.
Oh yeah, he's got a big following.
He has to
A lot of likes on this video.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, like, because immediately afterwards, I said to him, like, Tyler, what you're doing is stupid. And he went, oh yeah, well, probably a mistake. He said, like, watching it back now, I know it was a mistake or something.
Do you think, looking at my thumbnails here, do you think I put the kangaroo in too many thumbnails? I think people get the point.
Well, that's your trait. That's how you know it's an
choose that
AIU video.
thumbnail? I figured you just left it as the whatever random one came up.
Look how much Leica and Anthony is in my videos. Bam. I got Anthony's family, his dog. Leica's down there. It's unbelievable.
Cristiano.
Lalo.
Yeah. Ghost.
I like the ghost, though. Look at that face. Oh, Sarkeesian up there. That was so funny because terrorism in 2016, and I put that video in afterwards, and it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And somebody in the comments were like, why is Anita Sarkeesian in this video? And I was like, I had no answer. I was like, there's no answer. It was just to get the juices flowing, just to be like, be affected by what you're seeing right here. And now let's listen to me.
So
anyway,
do you pick these thumbnails out then? You just
Rarely.
Okay.
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
So basically, Tyler's going to accuse me of being a supporter of Islam.
Yeah.
Islamism.
Well, the title is Atheism is Unstoppable, Supports Islamism.
Well, you could construe that as being a bit slanderous.
Slightly.
Just a smidge.
And what I love is he's doing this because I support Hillary Clinton, which is the biggest backhanded support ever. The sentence is, I support her more than Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, which is not exactly a glowing endorsement.
Yeah.
That just means I'm sane. Now, I mean, he might as well have made this video. Hundreds of millions of people support Islamism in America. I mean, why does he single me out? And the answer to that question tells you a lot about the guy. He singles me out because he wants clicks, he wants controversy, he wants attention. So part of the reason I'm not happy that we're even discussing this now is because we're giving him just that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't choose to put this video in here. It was Anthony.
Yeah. Well, I figured you're never going to do a response video, so...
Never.
So
but you're a shit, and you wanted to rage me.
Not entirely true. I'm just giving you a fair platform to respond to Tyler Preston, Devin. Tracy.
Please do it.
Go ahead.
Ah, crap.
Tyler, that is not true. AIU actually made videos against Islam many, many, many times. That is true. He did in fact make videos against Islam. However, he supports a candidate that gets funding from the...
So you support Islamism despite constantly saying that Islamism is bad?
I'm one of the worst supporters of Islamism ever. I'm on the verge of selling T-shirts that say "fuck Islam."
What are you eating?
Seriously.
He's eating cheese. Just think of Tom and Jerry like a. Yeah.
It's
With Jerry with the cheese. That's what it is.
Is it at least good cheese?
yeah, it's pretty. It's Gouda, actually.
Oh, okay. I'll let you on. not
Okay,
cheddar.
so is there a lot of dust on that candlestick behind him? Do you see that one?
Yeah,
You see
it's
that?
great.
Yeah.
Look at the
There's-
bottom of that. If you rubbed your finger on that, you'd have a thick layer of dust on it. Anyway, I'm kidding. Okay, so you know what I'm half expecting to see here in the background is like a broomstick, just askew, just like leaning against the wall. Like,
Steve Shaw style.
I can see something behind it with a handle on it.
That looks like a vacuum cleaner.
It's
look at
kind
his
of
hair,
like a
like
broom.
look at the frizziness of his afro, like peeking out on the left side and the right side. Isn't that kind of cute? It's like
It is
an
cute.
unkept. Yeah, it's just like frazzled. It reminds me of like Calvin and Hobbes or something. It's just
Yeah, if I was ever going to have hair, I'd like to have afro hair.
Mine's quite curly. I have straighten mine.
Is it?
It's not nice to have. Like eventually turns into dreadlocks.
Straight as fuck.
I have straightened.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
Devin,
this is not
put
a
a
long
picture
video.
out of me. Sorry, go on.
oh yeah, no, yeah, the frizzy pic is awesome. It's one of my thumbnails, isn't it? Or maybe not.
Possibly.
Yeah, you should go frizz. We should check that out next time.
Maybe.
I also mentioned the bikini thing, but she's not going for that either.
I don't actually own a bikini. I have a
Man,
one
look
piece.
at mom's decor in the background with those gray shrubbery. What is that?
That again
That's
could be dust. It could be looks like lavender, but it looks like it's been fossilized. It's been there.
She's
that
like,
long.
she's like, this will liven up the room. Just some gray twigs. Here you go.
And the picture behind his right ear is off killer.
Is it?
For any
Oh, a
of
little
you
bit.
OCD.
Needs to
Oh,
come
yeah.
down.
It needs to be.
No, I don't think it is actually.
No,
Just
it definitely is. Look
doors.
at
Look at it to the look at it to the line of the wall. Come on, Devin.
No, look at the what? No, look at the door. The top of the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is off, so it's in line with. His camera is off. Is the
The picture's crooked. The picture's crooked.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch the video.
okay? Let's hear his case against me.
Yeah.
Some Brotherhood. That candidate, by the way,
Brotherhood?
happens to be
Brotherhood.
Hillary.
Brotherhood.
Why do I have to
Brother.
do an unflattering shot of Hillary? Come on now. Take a picture from the early '90s when she was bangable.
Clinton.
Let's put a poll for the chat. Would you have ever banged Hillary Clinton? Yes or no?
Ooh.
So look,
I know my answer.
you said your answer.
Yeah. Do you know your answer, Anthony?
I wouldn't.
University
Any
I'd
stage
days.
of her life.
I'd have to see a picture of her. I don't know.
She was quite pretty
You would
when she
not
was
have
20.
any-
too.
Oh, I'm sure she was. Yeah.
Trump's wife is hot
Say that
though.
with most
No,
people.
getting a lot of no's, Devin.
No.
No, probably. No, yes.
Yeah, that they're not honest. See, I'm not saying today. They think I'm saying today.
I want to know what Drew says. Did Drew say yeah?
She is 6.
Just make sure they go on record publicly for that.
Oh, I'm recording the whole thing. Man. It's just yeah. The whole chat's being recorded.
But you know what it is?
This is the question: have you or would you?
The funny thing about Hillary is people are so disillusioned and just not excited about her, and they just don't like her. It reminds me of like, hey, your long lost stepmother is coming into town, and she wants to take you on a 2-hour field trip to a library. I mean, that's how people act about like the prospect of voting for this woman. She just doesn't have that sort of oomph or that whatever. They just want it. I don't know. They want more sex appeal. They want birds on podiums and shit.
Ugh.
Not only does she get money from the Muslim Brotherhood, but she gets money from a long list of corporations as well. If Devin Tracy is really against Islam, then why the hell is he supporting a candidate that happens to be funded by Islamists? If he true
Is there any candidate at all that doesn't have something bad about them? There's no one you can back that is going to be completely perfect.
I mean, first of all, they're not outright Islamists. Whatever group, I don't even know.
Muslim
I think,
Brotherhood, they fund Islamists, but it's like
No, but
You
that whole
support
story,
Clinton.
No,
Sorry.
but the whole story of Clinton getting funded by that is false.
yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
some iffy facts on this matter, but I mean, the fact that these people are so stupid, young people are so stupid, so they think if there's ever an exchange of money, then you're in the pocket of that person, and you
Yeah.
are like being controlled. They're the puppeteers. Meanwhile, it's weird. Like a politician is so willing and able, and our system isn't. You need to have money from so many sources that you're willing to get money from anybody. So it's so corrupt that it's actually not that corrupt anymore. It's like Does anybody say Bernie Sanders $27 supporters? Oh, he's in the pocket of these people. No, because it's all he takes money from anybody. He doesn't give a shit. And then people in the chat, oh no, God, Bernie's the best with that. He's fucking Mother Teresa when it comes to money and politics. Like, who fucking cares? They're trying to act like Hillary's some Manchurian candidate and she's gonna like start, turn the White House into a mosque. It's ridiculous.
Really, honestly supported Israel, then why the hell is he supporting a candidate that gets money from the Muslim Brotherhood, who, by the way, founded the group Hamas? Hamas, by the way.
Well, first of all, did you hear Hillary's speech at the Israel, America, whatever? You guys know that one? The IAPAC, something?
No, I didn't see it.
Anyway, it's a coalition of Israel and American support for political support, and they basically throw their money around and they get candidates to support Israel. And she gets up there and said a lot of positive things about Israel and the defense of Israel. And meanwhile, Bernie Sanders did not show up at that event. Bernie Sanders had a lot of positive things to say about Palestinians and a lot of negative things to say about Israel. I mean, okay, first of all, I live in a world where my only choices are Democratic. There's no way I'm not voting Democratic, okay, for 1,000 reasons. So if my two choices on the issue of Israel come to Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton is the pro-Israel supporter. Like, that's the only choice. You guys understand that?
Yeah. But,
okay.
So why would somebody like the non-believer switch from being a Democrat to a Republican? Just as, and obviously we don't know the guy, but I mean, is it taking him as a slice of America?
Well,
I mean, if he's doing it, I guess there's other people.
First of all, if he comes from Florida, and there's a lot of crazy shit going on in Florida, including that decision of his. There's a lot of Trump supporters in Florida, and it depends on your issue. So clearly, if Islam is your issue, and I'm talking about just being honest about Islam as a religion, not terror cells or Islamism, then you'd go with Trump just because he's willing to acknowledge that Islam is a major issue. But I don't know. It's just you're ignoring every other thing wrong with Trump. Not to mention he has no clue what to do about Islam. I mean, it's a disaster. He would fuck the world in 100 ways if he was elected.
Well, like you said, he's not a politician. It seems like an absolute nutcase to me. I mean, if you transplanted him into English politics, he'd probably win. I don't know. What do you think, like? Do you think he would?
In England?
That kind of exuberant personality. Do you think he'd be successful in England? Or do you think people are just
no,
hate him
because
he's
he
so loud
kind
and
of
brash?
reminds me of Nigel Farage. But he's right on certain things, but some of his other views are too, I don't know, right wing to ignore. But
What's
like,
he right on?
sorry, I think he's right on the immigration. Not about to go to the extent of the wall, but they are illegally immigrating. So yes, you should want to stop that. Yeah.
Well, here's the retarded thing. I think a lot of Europeans and like people like Sargon and shit, they'll look at a guy like Trump, and they'll be like, "Oh, I like that his immigration policy. Let's ban all Muslims," and apply it to Germany or like Sweden or someplace. And they're desperate to have a candidate that would say anything even close to that, but they don't have it. And so they support him, even though he's talking about banning Muslims in America, where there rarely are any Muslims.
Yeah.
And it's a retarded policy to start with, and it's totally impractical, and it would do nothing. It's just, man, just wait till the general election. This guy's gonna nosedive. It's not happening, America. It's really not. Sorry.
I hope you're right.
I don't know, man. Bernie won 3 states last night. He's on a
we
roll.
talked about that, but they were the tiny ones, right? With the small
Tiny
states.
states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
They're clinging to the idea of momentum. They think like people in other states. So like, even though Hillary's way up in Maryland and Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York and California, apparently they're just going to look at, well, wait, the people in Alaska like Bernie. Wait a minute, let me reconsider this. Nice try.
Some Inuit, yeah. Let's just learn how to use a computer. All right, play the video.
An organization that is known to wanting to kill Jews and destroy Israel. So in short, he's for Israel, but not really for Israel. He's against Islam, but not really against Islam. If he truly is against Islam...
Wow.
Sorry?
So, I mean...
Sorry.
Well,
Go.
how can anybody, even if you're half joking, how could you say I'm against Israel or in favor of Islam in any way? I mean, what degree of retardation have we plummeted into when somebody says something like that about me?
He did say on Twitter it was hyperbole. but he pronounced it, well, he spelled it hyperpole.
Oh. So, did he put a dash in it?
No.
I could have saved.
No, 0 dashes.
I mean, basically, this guy wants to make an anti-Hillary video, but he needed an angle or something. Like,
Or an
why not
anchor
just
on
make
it,
an
yeah, the anchor.
anti-Hillary video? Like, why bring me into it? Does he think I have political influence in this world? Like, I'm not the one making political videos. I made like one mild video supporting Hillary, and but I'm not a huge YouTuber. Other YouTubers, all the Bernie cocksuckers out there, they're going ballistic. Sargon and Amazing Atheist are pumping out Bernie videos left and right.
Really?
Oh.
I know Amazing Atheist is, but Sargon as well.
Well, and Trump support, of course. His platform is fuck Hillary, just anything but Hillary, to the point of yes, bring in this senile socialist, and yes, bring in the worst human on the planet. Like, that's who he actually favors.
If they actually got any good reasons why Hillary's not the best one.
It's just the talking points. I mean, what's crazy is like the far left or the regressive left have borrowed the like smears and the talking points against Hillary from the 90s. And then all the manufactured bullshit, like the Benghazi emails. And like, this was a joke. Like Jon Stewart, who was like a regressive, right? They would joke about the emails. They're like, and Benghazi, they're like, there's not a story here, guys. This is a fabricated thing. You're trying to like create a controversy where there is none. And fast forward a couple months when Hillary is like, oh, wait a minute, she's going to be our candidate? Oh, let's bring up the Benghazi and the emails. It's a pretty,
Yeah, I'm a dummy when it comes to Benghazi, though. I don't even know what Benghazi's about.
No?
I have no idea.
Give us your best guess.
Hillary covered up something that shouldn't have really happened.
No.
She killed a bunch of Muslims.
Sorry, the emails, the Benghazi emails.
Yeah.
She deleted emails right before a law was made that you shouldn't delete the email. So to her, she wasn't doing anything wrong. It's completely fine to delete the emails, but
Pass.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean, I'm a dummy on that. It's not something I've not looked into. I don't know. Maybe does that make me dumb? I don't know.
No, it just makes
Well,
you...
put it this way. Rebecca didn't know what Benghazi was. So Rebecca DM'd Lalo, and Lalo never responded. So maybe he doesn't know what Benghazi is.
No, but
I don't know.
But that's very telling that you don't know, and you shouldn't know, because there's a non-story. And basically the event was, I don't know much about it because it totally doesn't interest me either. I think they actually made a movie about it recently, starring the guy from The American Office, but with a beard. Yeah, it's a non-event, but basically let's zoom back. And the larger point is this guy doesn't like Hillary Clinton, but he's decided to slander me in the process of telling the world that he doesn't like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Play the video.
Wouldn't the best candidate might be Donald Trump, perhaps? And before someone accused me of being a Donald Trump supporter or a Bernie Sanders supporter, I don't support any candidates at all. What I'm saying is that AIU has inconsistent beliefs. That's it.
That's it. Great.
It's everyone's
Thanks.
friend.
Yep. Okay.
Very
Pause
dumb.
that song.
Song.
What a ridiculous paradigm he set up. So basically, Devin likes Israel. Okay, so therefore anybody else who likes Israel, I got to support. Well, guess what? Every Republican likes Israel, but for their own ridiculous reasons, of course, and their policies I don't agree with. But now I have to be loyal to them.
And what was Tyler saying there? Does that mean he's not actually going to vote? He doesn't support any candidate whatsoever.
Well, and that's what's beautiful. Yeah, this is what it is to be a contrarian. It's very easy to say boo to this, boo to that. Why don't you tell us who you're voting for? And let's analyze who that person is. Of course, he doesn't do that because then he'd be vulnerable to, a return fire.
He's on the fence again.
And look, apparently he wants to be a big YouTuber. Look what he's done. Previous video. Also check out subscribe, a big button. And as a graphic artist, it perturbs me that he kept the little corners on that subscribe button, which has rounded edges, but he apparently doesn't know how to get rid of or mask out. So he just took a rectangular tool and was like, cut, paste, stole that button. He's a button plagiarist is what he is.
By the way, Devin, the guy that we were in the hangout with, not we were in, but I think the guy that was hosting the hangout, I think he's called Hellbent. He's in the chat as well.
Oh God, he's trying to come back at us now?
No, he's been nice. He's been nice.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is.
I didn't know he's it the guy with the radio DJ voice? Is that the guy?
Stripper DJ.
Stripper DJ.
I like to see a picture of his face though, because I'm like 98% sure he's got a disgusting mug.
I'm suggesting he's got a beard. A big beard at that. How's the cheese, Devin?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Do you ever
Does it
get
show
cheese?
up?
Do you ever
does my
get
icon
cheese
show up?
sweats?
No,
I
but
get tomato sauce sweats.
Oh, I get cheese sweats.
somebody explain cheese sweats.
You know when you eat like a really strong cheese and it makes your forehead kind of prickle?
It's never happened to me once. What do you mean strong cheese?
Like a really strong cheddar.
In France?
No, in England. You know what I'm talking about,
There's no
Leica?
strong cheddar in England.
Yeah.
What?
There's not that
England's
talking-
Blandville.
That blue
What are you
bishop,
talking
that's
about?
hard. There's no strong
There's-
cheddar.
I can't believe this. I'm disgusted at you both. England makes some fantastic cheeses.
No, they don't.
Also,
Yes, they
Double
do.
graphically
Gloucester?
speaking,
Lancashire for a start.
No, double Gloucester.
Bullshit.
graphically speaking, the size of his thumbnails are not the same size, and the placement of the text. So look at previous video. Look at the space between that and the thumbnail. Look at also check out. It's like hugging the thing. Also, it's not lined up on the left. The P of previous is not. It's just. I mean, be better,
It's
man.
noisy, doesn't it?
Be a better person.
Be a better person.
Try harder at everything you're doing.
This is an insight into Devin Tracy's brain, by the way, everyone.
But it'd be great. Like if his next video was like him in a 1-bedroom apartment with like a girl by his side, I would listen to what he had to say. I would take him serious. And if he cleaned up his graphics at the end. Somebody free the rounded corners, man. Rounded corners are meant to be rounded corners, don't they?
Oh, Christ. Yeah. Somebody passed it on to Tyler. Get that fixed. And then Devin will be your friend again, even though you just called him an Islamist.
But once again, I mean, if somebody made that accusation to you guys that was that pointless, how would you react? I mean, what is there to say?
I don't know.
In regards-
I mean, it'd be like saying, hey,
Well, I wouldn't be so
Anthony,
dumb. I wouldn't be so dumb as to put like a video together like that that's completely just either clickbait or I don't know. Just when you wake up the next morning, you think, why the fuck did I put that on YouTube?
it's mental. Like,
Like the first thing you do when you wake up is just delete it immediately.
and like what I should do if I had more energy and time, what I would do is do like a full-on video attacking him, being like, what the fuck, and here's 1,000 reasons why you're an idiot, and then go on a slander campaign
He
on
already
him.
realizes that he's an idiot, though. That's the thing.
It's just
Yeah,
so
yeah,
pointless
he's-
to respond to. Yeah, like I
But
said. Sorry.
No, you don't be sorry. Never be sorry.
Like it. Speak
You're
up.
the best
Go
daddy
out.
I've always wanted.
Just assert yourself.
Yeah. Go.
He's regretted it straight away, so I think he knows he's wrong. But I do think part of him's put it up for an attention grab. Because
Of course.
he had no point to what he's done in this video. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's just such a weird way to frame it. But it would be like me saying, hey, do you guys like Top Gun? Hey, are you guys going to see the next Tom Cruise movie? And you're like, yeah, I like that. He usually does good stuff. Oh, really? Then why do you support Scientology?
yeah,
It's like,
but
what?
It's
Talking about.
you support a person that's supported by a person that supports terrorism. It's like 3 degrees removed
No.
guilt by association.
But here's the thing. That analogy is not even good because Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. Hillary Clinton is not an Islamist, and she's like dead set against it. Ask her.
Yeah.
She never lies. She's never lied once in her life. So, eat my balls, chat. That's a preemptive. Eat all of my balls. Okay, what's our next vid?
Okay, let's go. Let's do the miracles from heaven.
Yeah.
It is Easter Sunday, guys. You know,
It's always,
it's the
it's
day that
always like
Jesus
a-
died. So,
and it's like a, hold on, time out.
yeah. Don't
Time
stop
out.
my-
Annabelle Bean was just 5 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes it plays for me, but it
Oh, God,
sorry,
oh, God, oh,
sometimes
God.
it
It's playing
doesn't
for
play
me.
for you. But
The
sometimes
hospital, the treat.
it stopped.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Right. Sometimes it plays
I want to,
for you guys, but it doesn't play for me, so I don't know what goes on there.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let's start right now. So, just to give everybody a backstory, if you didn't watch episode 2 of the Flying Monkey podcast, don't worry, we don't have a Patreon or anything yet.
T-shirts coming
But
through.
last week,
that was ominous. Don't worry, this is free for now.
It's all free. So Miracles from Heaven comes from the same film company as Heaven is for Real. Heaven is for real. And turns out heaven isn't real because the kid admitted to it. Now, the same company is making a new film called Miracles from Heaven based on a true story about a little girl that contracted some disease.
Lactose intolerance.
Was it lactose?
It was lactose
She had
intolerance.
a sore tummy.
Is that it? Yes.
She had
Mommy,
digestive
my tummy
problems.
hurts.
Yes.
So now
the story was
so the story was that this girl got sick, and then basically Jesus intervened, made her well again, and it was a goddamn
hold
miracle.
on.
What?
Explain how Jesus made her well.
I don't know.
She knocked her off a tree.
Well,
Oh, was that it?
yes, she was climbing up a tree. Jesus made the branch snap. She fell, hit her head, and somehow she hit her head in such a way that it cured her stomach problem. That's how Jesus operates, you guys. So this story, by the way, was written. It was a book that the mom wrote, like best-selling book, which is already just like kill me now. Same thing with Heaven is for Real, and it's like you bring this to a studio. And by the way, these are massive studios. It's like Sony Pictures and like in Warner Brothers, somebody else.
This isn't like the film company that Kirk Cameron used for Saving Christmas.
Exactly. This is not God's Not Dead. This is not Pure Flix. Okay, this is like a real studio.
Pure.
And like Jennifer Garner is a real actress with a real name.
Yep.
And they made this film because, like, I guess it makes perfect sense. They're like, look, you got a best-selling Jesus freak book. Mm-hmm. It's a guaranteed hit. Guaranteed hit. Anyway, go back to the girl's looks. I want to analyze how this girl looks.
Wait,
Is that kosher?
I'm
Yeah,
at the
go ahead.
beginning of the video.
So this
Okay,
is Fox News' take on this, obviously.
Play
So
a little bit of video.
This is the actual girl.
Yes, actual mom. And by the way, this mom is probably the most deer in the headlights plastic woman, like Stepford wife.
I've not seen the video yet.
Oh man, she is just seriously like, it's like glued on her face. It's like post Bukkake glue face. Watch it. Pause.
Hi, good morning,
Okay. Now I just want you guys. I'm a very visual person. I don't know if you know that by now, but I just want to analyze what we're seeing here. Now I love that dog. That's a cute dog. Sloppy mouth and stuff. Yeah, she's a cute girl. Little girls with glasses it's almost more vulnerable than just being a little girl. It's just like, oh, it's so cute. It's like your face is broken already. This is awesome. But look at the vibe on her, what she's wearing there. It looks a little lingerie-ish, doesn't it?
I guess.
It looks like she's just wearing a bra.
It's just lace.
Look at that.
No,
That's a lacy bra she's wearing.
no, it's just like a
lace
lace
top.
She kind of looks like Lacey. What's that girl? What's that
Lacey
feminist?
Green.
Lacy green.
Yeah.
Because she's
That's a
bit
young
fat.
picture of Lacey Green. What? I didn't say that. That was your analysis.
I'm just saying.
I don't think she's fat.
She
No, I
is
don't.
fat.
I don't.
Oh, yes, she's
No, but
fine. She is.
She does speak in a very odd way. I think she has some sort of condition, like
Autism.
verbally. It could be mentally. You tell me. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think she is not, quote, normal. But watch.
everyone. 52 minutes after the hour. Annabelle Beam was just 5 years old when she was diagnosed with 2 incurable disorders. The illnesses kept her in.
Pause. What is Sunny May doing? Why are you gonna throw a watermark on that picture? Look at that.
Where am I?
SunnyMayPhotography.com. You don't see that?
She
I mean,
looks
look,
different there. Is that the same
That's what I'm
girl?
saying.
Should just say
It
two
is very different.
incurable diseases. Lactose intolerance.
You don't recognize her without.
I
You don't recognize her without the lacy
glasses.
bra.
Yeah, the lacy bra and the glasses.
Wait a minute. Have you ever heard of a photographer slapping a watermark like right on top, dead center of the photo?
No.
Yeah,
is that
they wanna
about?
Sell it.
No, but you can get rid of that
Like, it's
easily
right-
because you could crop that out. Normally they put it somewhere
Yeah, but-
where you can actually.
It's usually right across the face and stuff.
No, but this is an attention grab from that photographer. Put it this way: this is how it works. When you live in like the back, hick regions of the world, you don't pay the person. This is like somebody from your church who, oh, you also do photography? Okay, can you do one of our daughter? We're doing a book about her falling out of a tree and getting her acid reflux cured. And also, she visited Jesus in heaven and Mima when she was in the tree trunk. But like,
Have you watched the movie, Devin?
no, but I think we should all go see it together. You guys want to do a road trip? That would be fantastic. We should do that like on the dark web though. Get like a torrent of that film and then just all watch it live and stream it.
can do
Yeah,
that.
but then
But it would
they
have
would
to
get
be
taken down immediately.
Oh, for sure.
You could do it
It'd have to be
live.
on live.
You could do it live, but then it'd never go up on your channel.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we're 9 seconds in. Let's continue.
And out of the hospital, the treatment's barely
There we go.
effective. Then,
Lacey. No, I'm just admiring laziness.
She got a lot going for her.
But isn't that's see right there? That is the Russell Glasser pose. That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
There it is.
But at least her smile's a little bit more natural than his grimace that he puts on his face.
I like how the photographer waited for the sunset. This is what they call the magic hour, where you get that the light is glowing and it's just right. Where's the watermark on this image?
They must have paid. No. They actually paid for that one.
Oh, right.
The other one they didn't pay for.
and
Good.
2011, another tragedy struck. While climbing trees with her sister, a branch gave way, plunging and
They've carved a cross into the tree.
Christ.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that would have been something if that tree just naturally did that. That would have been like I found Jesus in my Dorito moment.
That's
But,
the same t-shirt, by the way, that she's wearing.
Okay, why is it that all the daughters have that round face? Oh, I guess they got it from the mom.
Uh-huh.
She
And
sort
the
of has
hair.
that shape.
The big hair as well.
Dad's
And the
got wide
curls.
shoulder, though, as well.
Dad looks like a military guy. Look at the flare on Dad's, like, he's got that pattern on the collar.
On the collar,
And-
yeah.
and the,
They bought that shirt deliberately for that photo shoot. I guarantee it.
I do like
but
that
you know
shirt.
what?
Really?
Yeah, it's nice.
You know what? It's nice. Wait a minute. How nice? Leica's getting moist.
Nine
That's
out
awful.
of 10.
What?
Wow.
Just the shirt.
Look at her. She's rocking more nice. Now, what kills
Shut
it
up,
for me?
Leica.
What kills it for me with the dad is he's trying to rock the pose on, holding the tree and stuff. But look at that hand in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's not even his hand in the pocket. It's his fingers in the pocket. How sketchy is that? Like, what is that? Put your hand in the pocket or don't put it in.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Just hold your hand awkwardly to your side or put it in the pocket.
But that reminds me of like when somebody shakes your hand and they just shake your fingers, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a limp finger shake.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Dad's got to work on that. But okay, they just said another miracle happened. Oh no, a tragedy happened.
Tragedy. Yeah.
So the acid reflux is tragedy 1, and falling out of a tree is tragedy 2. And she was fine.
Reflux.
In fact, she wasn't even hurt when she fell. She actually got cured. It wasn't a tragedy. It was
Take
a
some fucking
miracle.
Tums. Saved him on a price of a packet of Tums. Anyway, play the video.
about 30 feet headfirst through a hollow tree to the bottom where she was stuck for hours. Not only did Annabelle survive,
How did she... right, so it's different than in the movie. She fell through a hollow tree through the middle.
Wait a minute. They didn't say how many feet she fell.
30
did
feet.
they?
Yeah, 30.
There's no way it was 30 feet.
Well, if she
Head
fell...
first.
Hang on. If she fell through a hollow of a tree, that would have slowed her down if she touched the edges at any point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is
it's...
Yeah, but here's how this works. This is the tree gets taller every time the story gets told. So like, somebody took a tape measure and like to the very top of that tree, like there's a branch, and they're like, that's about 20 feet. And they're like, oh, I'll call it 30. They're like, well, she was only 3 feet up the tree when she fell, but fuck it, call it 30. I mean, she was not supposed to die from this fall.
No.
Can we? Yeah, let's agree to that.
Agreed.
without injury, but shortly after, the symptoms of her diseases completely disappeared. What's more, she came back with...
Pause. Look at the arms on this girl.
She works out.
I would shag this girl. Would you?
I know I like muscly women.
You asking
Yeah,
like that or me?
Well, she's on the border of getting into that Madonna territory where she's like working out too much, but she's not. I mean, she's just a fit chick. She probably has fake tits though. That seems a bit busty for a girl with that much
Not that
muscle.
there's anything wrong with that.
They're a bit small to be fake.
But no, they're not small. If you saw those in profile, put your eye out.
They're not small.
She's intentionally like, yeah, she's not hyping them up right now because she's on a family show and she's about to talk Jesus, but this girl definitely bangs. She bangs.
Play.
a remarkable story of a journey, she says. She went to heaven. Now her mother, Christy, is sharing the story.
She did. She went
She
to
couldn't even
heaven.
get that out of her mouth.
Without laughing.
She went to heaven. She went to heaven.
She
What
did,
can you
she
say?
did, she did.
What heaven? Which heaven? Describe that, please.
Would you still bang this woman knowing that she's a complete idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Only if she wore
Yeah,
a
you would,
crucifix
Kevin.
while she did it.
You wouldn't give a shit. As long as you got a block of cheese, Devin, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys shame me out of eating my cheese.
Because you said a block of cheese, not a slice
Yeah,
or a
it
cheese
is
sandwich.
Do you know what crack is?
We need a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. We'll send it to the chat.
Bless.
Continue.
In a memoir called Miracles from Heaven, a little girl, her journey to heaven, and her amazing story of healing. They join us now live. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Christy, when Abby, your oldest daughter, came back from playing on the trees with Annabelle with this terrible news that your daughter had fallen, what's going through your mind? And tell us how that day played out in December of 2011.
Well,
Anyone say anything?
I
Look
like
at the
that.
daughter. Look at the daughter's face.
Oh man, that is a at home pause on the daughter. She looks.
I'm not happy being here. Already told you the story wasn't true.
And by the way, this is most definitely a form of child abuse. I mean, they definitely coach these kids, and the parents are always uber religious. Did you guys already notice the mom's face though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know how girls will put on a face when they take a picture? She's just like that all the time, which I guess makes sense when you're on video on some level. But I mean, it just doesn't feel like it's the real. It is a real person.
No.
But I don't know. You guys, you live around more religious people. I think there is a plasticness to your average Christian.
There is when they
Like
when they all get together, you do see that a lot. Not necessarily when they're individually, you know what I mean, but when they're all getting together, they all put that plastic face on.
I think
you see it all the time.
You know, when you start seeing them in like an argument with the wife or something, they're like, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch! I'm punching you in the face. Get out the car."
Yeah, these are the first people that like have domestic violence incidents and stuff like that, because you've got all that undercurrent of like sexual tension and unrequited feelings and all that kind of thing. It doesn't take much for them to explode. This is a family shooting waiting to happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, potentially. I like the fact that the daughter's dressed exactly like the mom, like the dark overcoat with like the bold color like that. And almost like she has the same color. What is that? Like a bra sticking out from under her? Blue.
Devin.
Stop
Oh, do you see it?
Okay.
Not pervert. I mean, I missed her lace outfit. Why didn't she bring that? This is her big show right now. Now let's look at
Put the lace back on.
Look at the title of this: How Tragedy Led to a Girl's Incredible Cure. First of all, it wasn't a tragedy that a tree branch broke. Like that really is dismissive of actual tragedies when you describe what happened to this girl as a tragedy. Second of all, they are implying that Jesus did this. So Jesus caused the tragedy? Is that their stance? And also, it was not a cure. This is not a cure of acid reflux. Okay, what happened to her? They cannot sell and bottle and ship out to the third world.
Was it actually acid reflux?
Yes, and she was on medication. It was something wrong with her stomach and digestion. The doctors gave her medication. She took the medication for months, and then slowly it got better.
Which is normal.
But over those months,
Sorry.
yes, absolutely normal.
I had reflux as a
Don't be
kid.
sorry.
It did go away. It doesn't stay with you.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, but they said it's incurable.
No.
Oh, incredible. No, but they said it was an incurable disease, right?
And notice that in this interview, watch them fluff over a few different things. One of the things they just brush over is the actual thing that was wrong with her. Like, they're not going to get specific about that. They're just going to, you had a really bad thing that doctors couldn't heal, right? Kind of like cancer? Let's pretend it was cancer.
Pretty much like that.
Cancer-ish.
Pretty ish, yeah.
I remember Abby just being quite frantic, and it just hadn't registered in my brain what she was trying to say. I felt like Annabelle was in a tree and she'd just fallen and needed help getting down from the tree. It never occurred to me that she was stuck inside the tree.
Inside a hollowed out
tree. She's chewing gum.
The kid?
Who, Abby?
The little kid, yeah. Sorry.
Why are you staring at her mouth, you pervert?
Because the mouse is kind of going, I don't know, just like a cow chewing grass.
Where's that plane?
That's me, sorry. It's up in the sky, Devin.
You're forgiven. I'll eat some cheese.
tree on your property where
Correct.
nothing like this had ever happened before. And Annabelle, we're looking at pictures there of that tree.
Nothing like that had ever happened before. Is that what she just said?
Oh, that's
and she went,
confirmation.
no, it's never happened, ever. Well, of course it hasn't.
Yeah.
What a stupid fucking thing to say.
With
I love how, what was Jesus' role in this? He snapped the branch.
Why didn't he just magically cure her?
Jesus No, Jesus had to snap the branch to make a fall to cure the disease.
Maybe
Whenever she
right.
gets
Why not
drowned
give-
or whatever.
It's representative metaphorically as an olive branch, but it was a tree branch.
That's right. Well done, Leica. Yep, that's true. There you go. Shut up, Devin.
I think they're out on a limb on this entire story.
Ooh. Ba-dum.
But what I don't understand is why not give Jesus credit for every time she climbed a tree and it didn't break? Did he get credit for that too?
No.
I mean, the man gets credit for everything.
He's
Jealous of
died,
him.
Devin. And he died for your sins today.
I'm hating on Jesus.
Stop it.
Okay.
Like,
And by the way, Legged, do you want to take back what you said about this woman's breasts?
No, they're still small.
they ain't small.
Look at them compared to these other two women.
I can call any boob small. Well,
Oh,
Wow.
compared to-
Bold claim.
no.
That's a
Just
bold claim.
because she's got like B's or a C doesn't mean she's big.
She's rocking D's. I think girls
That's
will.
not D. Shut up.
I think girls will wear a larger size bra just to say they are in that gang.
You
Is that
can't
true?
do that because your stuff happens if you wear the wrong size bra.
What stuff?
If you wear a
Tragedies?
smaller bra, your boobs fall out of the bra. Like they try and escape the bra. If it's too
Oh.
big, your boobs just kind of like float around inside the big bra.
Okay, but what if I wanted to be part of the D cup crowd, right? So I buy a D cup bra, but then I like shrink it. So I like dry it out and I figure out a way to like, but it still has that D cup tag on it, but it's more like a C cup bra.
There's ones you can get
Aha.
for like an equal.
You've given it some thought, Devin. I like that.
Yeah. Anthony, tell your daughter that
I will.
when she's 18. Please. Save that one.
And when you're 59. Sure.
Okay.
You say that when you fell head first, you had a remarkable experience while you were down there. Initially, were you in any pain? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
There we go.
No, I was really just.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
What?
You had to talk then.
That's falsetto.
No, she's
That's
got,
falsetto.
there's something wrong with her brain.
Down syndrome.
Immediately.
Well, Anthony,
if I had, no, I'm
Anthony,
saying. Yes.
when you plunge 30 feet headfirst inside of a tree, that's what happens to your voice. Look at the mom. The mom has a smile on her face for literally no reason right now.
She really does talk like
Okay?
this.
Like, that's what's crazy. Like, why are you smiling? I would ask her that. Like, there has not been a joke told. This is not humorous. We're literally talking about your daughter's near-death experience. Like, what?
You should be looking stern and concerned.
Right. This is the exact time not to show us your teeth. And yet, boom, there they are.
Well, let's listen to this spazzy little kid.
Gotta look good on camera.
Really calm because I wasn't really scared or anything. And I think if I was
Oh.
really
Is she on drugs?
Seems like she's on drugs.
The graphic before said overcame chronic illness. And again, watch how long that graphic is on. Can you go back?
Just rewind it.
How much?
Because that's the entire point of this book
Like
and story.
5-10 seconds, if that.
Yeah. And just
There we
watch.
go.
I'll just count it
I
out.
want to see how long that's on
Yeah,
there.
back. Even go back a little.
Go back a little.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
just really calm because I wasn't really scared or anything. And I think if I was
3 seconds.
Read it. Barely 3, dude. It's 2.5 if I've ever seen it. Yeah, it's like
Let's see how long
that's
12-year-old says she went to heaven after fall. I bet that's on for a bit longer.
Well, see, at least the guy that wrote that says.
Says,
He doesn't
yeah.
have confirmation.
Yeah.
Right. 12-year-olds say a lot of things.
Claims she
They
went
have
to
to
heaven.
remember that they're
Yeah.
still a news source, so they can't really say for sure.
really frantic and nervous and crazy, then I wouldn't have been able to get out as early.
And before you were playing in the tree, you were in and out of the hospital, going through these treatments for these digestive disorders where your intestines.
She finally mentioned what it was.
Yeah, but watch how they treat it. I mean, they're acting
Digestion.
like she was on death's
digestion
doorstep.
disorders. That could be anything.
So now everyone at home is
Basically-
probably thinking like she had twisted intestines and there was a hole in it or something.
Yeah. No.
She had the squirts. Extended. I mean, this is
She
not
was shitting through the eye of a needle.
something was happening down there.
Were blocked. It was
Jeez.
just
What?
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I yield to the power of the video.
The click of the mouse.
Devin just wants time to eat cheese in between.
horrible ordeal that you were going through. But then you go to heaven, you say, while you were in the tree. What?
Yes.
Oh God, do you see the Freudian mom?
Yeah.
Now, mom likes to smile a lot, but right when she said, "No, you said you go to heaven,"
Her eyes
daughter's not
closed
laughing.
and-
Why is the daughter's like, "Are you making fun of me, bitch?" It's like, "Are you calling me out on national TV, motherfucker?" Mom, are you laughing? I swear, mom, if you are fucking laughing right now,
Mom's in joy right now. Just to mention
because
heaven, and she has to close her eyes and imagine it.
how old does a daughter have to be before they start hating their mom? Like, when does that relationship go south?
Usually about 15.
Teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like on the verge of being like, "Mom, you're a bitch.
Up.
Stay out of my life." Like, and this clip is going to be like the trigger point for her.
Go.
What did you see while you were there?
I remember it was really bright, and I saw my Mimi, who had died a couple years back,
There we go.
and that's how I knew that I was in heaven. And I sat on Jesus.
How doesn't she know
Okay,
that
okay.
she was in hell? Whatever I was in hell.
Are you gonna you're gonna like
I'm just saying.
debate her on the validity of her claims? By the way, she's like, "I sat on Jesus's blank." We're at the key point of that sentence. The mom, and by the way, she saw Mima. Well, who was it? Mimi? So
Yeah.
it's not her grandmother, it's her great grandmother. How fast are these people breeding out there?
Are you sure?
Mimi's is
Yeah,
like no, Mimi's his grandmother.
I'm telling you, it's her mom's grandmother.
So okay.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying is, are they on the animal cycle of reproduction? Like, what's going on with this family?
Like kittens.
Yeah, but that is what it is. I mean, okay. And here it is. Another graphic fail. Annabelle recalls afterlife encounter. Okay, so right there, that's a claim that she died. She did not die. There is no afterlife encounter. And why is it on the previous one? They say she says she was in heaven, and this one's just no. She recalls the afterlife encounter.
So this kid gets a
Not-
huge
not the
hit to
alleged-
the head.
Inconsistent.
Damn it. Tyler Preston should do a video about this.
Yeah.
This is totally inconsistent. Hold on, we got to see what body part of Jesus she was sitting on.
Are you gonna trust someone to recall something after they fell on their head 30 foot down a tree?
Yeah. Well, she has 12 years of experience in this world.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on,
are you
Michael.
challenging that?
She's been climbing trees all her life. Come on. Let's
His
get real.
lap, and he told
his
me
lap.
whenever
His
the
lap.
firefighter.
Is that?
The mom actually looked at her. Mom actually looked at her as if to be like, "Did you
Remember
come
the
out of my
story.
vagina?"
Did you come out of my vagina?
Exactly.
Get you out, there will be nothing wrong with you. And I asked him if I could stay, and he said, "No, Annabelle, I have plans for you on earth that you cannot fulfill in heaven."
Oh God, she's
Okay,
not just
look at the
reading
mom's
that.
face.
Jesus.
Oh my God! Did you see the dread on the mom's face?
Yeah, like
And
shit, she's reading that off wrong. Come on, we're
Yeah.
through this.
And I felt like it was almost like a ventriloquism
Yeah.
act. Like her lips were kind of moving, like mouthing the script. And she was looking at her with dread before she went back to the smile. Go back half a second and look at her face. It's like, you guys know that Shakespearean thing with the happy, the comedy, and the tragedy faces?
Uh-huh.
It looks like the tragedy face. Go back a little bit more. Yeah, no, watch the face change. There it is.
Stay.
Look at that.
And he said, "No, Annabelle, I have
Ah.
plans for you on earth that you cannot fulfill in heaven."
She was almost mouthing that. She was almost mouthing that herself.
And isn't it great that Jesus saved her and everything's going to be okay with her?
Mhm.
And like, how many people just got blown up in Pakistan today? Like,
Who cares?
typhoons and just freaking
Yeah.
death
God's
every
plan.
day.
Can't question.
And it's not just non-Christians. Like, Christians are getting killed. And it was Christians in Pakistan, right?
Yeah.
Hey, can I just go to the bathroom real quick? I'll be right back. Just 2
Okay,
seconds. Sorry.
Slam the brakes on this entire thing. Come to a grinding halt. Oh God. Okay, well, in the chat they're saying 60 dead, 300 injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. Like, I have no desire to even study what happened in that event, and imagine what that says about current events.
Why? Because
Like,
it's
a
another
bomb
one?
kills. Yeah, but it's also in Pakistan, and it's like especially not surprising coming from there.
Yeah. It's
But
like,
I would.
sorry.
No,
Go
sorry.
on.
What?
Someone was saying that if you wake up in the morning and there's an unflushed shit in the toilet, you're not going to be surprised. But if you go in the kitchen and there's a piece of shit on the counter, that's something
There's-
to be more shocked about. Like,
Right. So you're saying Muslims are shit?
yeah.
Yeah,
This
let's
happens all the time.
psychoanalyze Anthony's backdrop here. What is they stashed him out in, like, is this the garage? The man cave?
It looks
Look,
like
he's
an
got.
attic.
Is that it looks like a treadmill in the back that has never been used. He's got a fan. That's very Steve Shives. He's got the fan back. and then a crutch. I wonder why he has that crutch. Is that just a walking aid at this point?
It's for his bad knee.
Anthony, we missed you, dude. Missed you.
Yeah, what you been saying about me?
Oh, all good, glowing stuff.
Oh, fuck.
We were talking about Leica was comparing Muslims to shit. Hey, Leica, would you like to tell us about your password?
Yeah. I had to log into Anthony's account today
Uh-huh.
to
So she
to
so
set
she has
it up.
my so she's got my YouTube password.
Yeah, but because I logged into Anthony's, I had to log out of mine, which I haven't logged out for in years. I was trying to log
Oh,
back
you
in,
couldn't remember it. Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
and eventually remembered after like 5 minutes it was Allahu Akbar.
And explain why that wasn't a joke.
Why? Because I used to be Muslim.
Yeah. It was a non-cynical Allahu Akbar password.
Uh-huh.
I thought long and hard about that password. That was the
That is
best
awesome.
password I could pick at the time.
And she had like underscores in it. Anthony, I want to know, I'm sure the chat wants to know, did you sit down when you pissed?
No.
Blasphemy.
Why?
Because I was in a
It's because
rush, man. I was rushing. I've got a pair of shorts on. Really, it would have been just as easy to sit down.
Is it because you're alone right now?
No, my wife and kids are here.
Could they hear the splashback?
Well, the kids are in the bedroom, and my wife was that end of the house, so probably not. So I think I was.
Does it give you a sense of like primal manliness when you piss and you know everybody can hear you?
That's a good question, actually. No.
Like for example, no, I'm curious to know. Like, if let's say you have to take a shit, and you're sitting there, it's game night with your family, and you go, guys, I'm going to be right back. Would you say I have to take a shit right now?
No.
You would pretend, but they would never call you out on it.
No, I would say I'm going to the bathroom. You'd have to be specific.
But you'd have to be
So
gone for
shit
5
talk-
minutes.
Well, yeah, then they're going to know you've taken a shit.
Yeah,
But
but
I mean,
then
is it such a big deal?
someone has to go in the
Yeah, but-
bathroom after you.
Right. Well, we've
Exactly.
got 2 bathrooms, so
Then
I'll
I
go
know
to the
you
other
took a
bathroom.
shit. I need like
This, Leica, this is America, honey. We've got more than 1 bathroom.
Okay,
Yeah,
but Anthony,
if your house
let's say one of your kids goes into the bathroom after you've been in there dropping a deuce,
Yes.
and then they're like, "Dad, what did you do in here?"
Oh, I get that all the
Died."
time from my son.
Okay, what does he say?
He goes, "Daddy, you stink."
Wow.
So I
And
mean,
you're like,
yeah.
that's kind of rude. It's like, it's not that you stink; it's your butthole stinks.
Well, no, I
There's a
stink, don't I?
difference.
I created that smell, therefore I am that
Yeah,
stink.
but it's not caked on top of you. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like
we're
you're
talking
wearing
a 7-year-old.
perfume.
Yeah, but my wife would also repeat that. She'd also say I stink.
Get him on here and let's explain shit to him. Let's make this a learning moment.
I've
Okay.
lived with my boyfriend for like 5 years now. I still can't go for a shit if he's in the house. I have to make
Really?
him
Oh,
leave and go
man.
for a walk.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
Seriously?
Like for regular ones?
No,
For
I
like
don't go
massive ones?
For any shit.
What, even if you like, what if you have like
What do you mean
loose
a
bowels?
massive shit? What?
Like you've really got to
I have
go.
normal shits all the time.
No, but like you're touching cloth.
I don't.
Right, you sat there. You sat there with tie, and you're touching cloth. Right, you can't sit
does
down.
that
You're
mean?
like
That really doesn't
touching cloth. It means you've got like a turtle's head.
No, I went to
You know what I
Egypt
mean?
with everyone, and everyone got like food poisoning, and they were shitting out both ends, and I just didn't get it. Dude.
He's trying to teach us new slang.
No.
Touching cloth.
Leica knows
Oh
what I'm
my
talking
God.
about.
That
Yeah, that's
doesn't
a British
happen
thing,
with
man.
me. No,
That's new for me.
there's prairie dogging in America.
No, the
Never
first
heard
time I ever heard about it was a turtle head poking out, and that was from Austin Powers, Part 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Right.
And he said it was Fat Bastard, who's Scottish, and he said he had a turtle head poking out. I almost peed myself in the audience. It was like the most glorious shit humor. Oh, so I feel like this is like true confessions of, fecal true confessions or something. A lot of women are like what Leica said. Like, if you're out, especially if you're in dating zone, there's no way you're shitting in their presence.
No.
And women will they've been known to leave the building.
You can.
They'll go
hold
off
it
to
all.
they'll go to a gas station. They'll go to the lobby of the
But
hotel.
you must have had experiences like that, Devon, in your youth, where you've been out with a girl or whatever, and you've gone back to her apartment or whatever, and for whatever reason,
Yeah.
you've got to take a shit, or you've got to fart, or whatever. You've got to fart, and you know it's going to smell. You know it's going to smell. That's the worst
No, but
ones, man.
That's, you basically described the movie Dumb and Dumber. There's a whole sequence in there where this happens, and the toilet breaks, and it's a whole situation.
I've never seen it.
But
Okay.
you never saw Dumb and Dumber? You got to check that out, and watch the sequel too. Hysterical. Yeah, it is a mess, but I've always been very good. My bladder is like world recognized. It's one of the best bladders I've encountered, and
I think you
I
went
don't
to the
know, like,
bathroom once in Vegas while I was there.
yeah,
That I knew of, anyway.
I'm also pretty strategic with it. I think you have to be, but I'm a big proponent of no noise in the bathroom. I mean, I'm
You know that
leading the
now.
crusade. Yeah,
I know that.
and
If
like
I
for
meet you
me,
in
when
Vegas again, Devin, and I, end
yeah.
up being in the same hotel room at the same time, and I need to
What do you
pee,
mean?
I'm
What do
going
you
to sit
mean, Dave?
down. Don't worry.
We promised each other we'd meet up every year. What did that pledge mean? Nothing to you. Um, yeah, for me, it's like my favorite bathroom is the one where you go in and they have the air fan, so you have like that just ambient noise already, which is
Yeah.
laying
Yeah.
cover fire
Yep.
for whatever plops you're about to drop.
There
Yep.
are these things in Japan that, like, yeah, they go in a keyring.
Yeah.
It's this little battery, and you can press it, and it makes the
By the way,
sound of the toilet flushing, so that you can pee while that's making a sound.
Oh no, it's priceless. That is worth its weight in gold. Lord Hilsty in the chat just spelled sequel wrong. He spelled it
Sequel.
SEQ. Sequel.
Sequel.
And by the way, a guy who spells sequel is also a guy who votes for Trump. Now just let that resonate.
Somebody just says I shave my head because I'm ginger.
You might be ginger.
I'm
Was
not.
it Jacob? That's
No,
Jacob
it wasn't. No,
projecting.
because Jacob's the ginger. He is the daywalker. Let's play this video, Leica.
What video, man?
Oh, we finished it.
But
No,
we're
no,
having
play
a
it.
very moving conversation.
Yeah, I know. You're going to
Christine-
end
Bowel
Fecal True
movement.
Confessions? That's going to be a weekly segment. Go ahead.
When your daughter's telling you this, initially are you going, no way, that didn't happen, or did you believe her right
No,
away?
that's not how she went at all. No.
Okay,
She
I
immediately
like that
believed her.
she's giving the benefit of the doubt. Like initially, like yeah, until the evidence came pouring in, until you had full confirmation from 3 sources, medical examiners. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, in the book Miracles from Heaven, I talk about how we were just sitting there in the truck, and
Oh my God,
she
she's
shares
chewing.
it with.
Yeah, she's not
Told
chewing
you.
gum. That's just it's a tick.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, she's just being mental. I think she misses her lace. It's every time she's out of that lace brassiere.
Does she have she got braces on or retainers or whatever?
She might have some sort of situation
maybe
like
that's
that.
Find out.
Me, and I am just stunned, and I remember the feeling of just silence around me, and I just said really was really all I could get out of my mouth. I could get nothing profound out, just the word really.
Annabelle, for people who say, with this little girl, she made this whole thing up, and there has to be some scientific way to explain that now she is free from these illnesses that were so debilitating before. Now she's symptom-free, going swimming and playing sports with her sister once
Oh,
again.
wow.
Didn't you say that she took
Pause.
like 6 weeks afterwards?
Yeah, it took a long time, but I love the fact that she's saying. What did she just say? I just forgot what she said.
She said she felt silence all around her, and
Oh yeah, that was a weird
These
expression,
illnesses
wasn't
that
it?
were so debilitating
Oh, yeah, she's-
before. Now she's symptom-free, going swimming and playing sports with her sister once
right.
again.
Okay, so now she's symptom-free, going swimming and playing sports. So now she's better. What was she when she was climbing a tree? She was supposed to be sick when she was climbing the tree. She was fine, but she was fine the whole time. In fact, the scene in the movie, I don't know if you guys remember from our last episode, the doctor was like, yeah, she's fine. It's no big deal. Just take our medicine
Yeah.
and be gone. And the mom was the one that freaked out about it. She's like, what am I supposed to write a book about if I can't pretend that there's heaven? Damn.
For people who are skeptical, what would you say to them?
fuck
I
off.
would
Good
say
segment. Okay.
And bye.
Yeah, just cut to just like just the color bars, just due to technical difficulties. The daughter doesn't seem happy, by the way. Everybody else seems happy. Like the two on the left, they're pleasant. They're like, ooh, we're in front of a lot of people. The daughter seems like troubled,
She's
doesn't she?
probably
Got some
nervous
mental
or
illness.
scared.
Or mental illness.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't Jesus? Jesus said everything was going to be fine.
Yeah, but he can
after
only
the-
do so much. God, he's a busy man, man.
So wait a minute. He cured her acid reflux, but she's still mentally retarded.
Yes.
What a dick.
But she doesn't have a poorly tummy no more.
But that's funny. I mean, that's like the Sarah Palin shit. Like Sarah Palin, that whole family's like crazy Jesus freaks. She has a kid when she's 42. It's completely, mental.
It's passed out.
Yeah, and like At one point, she's like, Jesus, I've been praying to you like nonstop, sucking your cock, and you give me this kid. But of course, they don't view it like that. They say, "Oh no, it's a gift from God."
It's a blessing.
Nice gift. Don't gift retarded kids to anybody. They don't. It's not a good gift.
They're more likely to stay religious if you make them retarded.
You don't have to
Yeah.
believe our story is true. We're not going to try and shove it down your throat, but this is a chance for you to get closer to God in your relationship. And we're, like I said, we're not going to try and shove it down your throat, but it's a great opportunity for you.
And Christy, this story is actually being made into a movie by the same folks who were behind the movie Heaven is for Real. What has this been like for you to watch your story ultimately be on the...
I like the fact that first she said shove it down your throat twice, which is really odd coming from her and uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that's not an expression that... How old is she, 12?
Yeah, that's a weird...
It's not an expression that a 12-year-old would ever use.
Been taught it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, she's been taught that expression.
Maybe she walked in on mommy and daddy and
yeah,
figured
look,
it
we
out.
don't need to be shoving it down the throat, okay?
Right, yeah.
Over and
It's
over.
true. Yeah, that was in their setup, their prep for this. They're like...
And she was
it's
sat at
not-
the top of the stairs listening to them talking about what they're going to do with all the money. The main
But
thing
what's
is we
great
don't
is-
shove it down the throat.
You know who is shoving it down our throats is Fox News. I mean, the fact that they would pick this story and interview this family and just have no, they're not even tied to reason or science or anything. They're happy to broadcast this to like tens of millions of people. That is like scandalous. That's crazy. This is the most popular news channel in America.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the morning segment. This is like everybody's watching right now.
It's a feel-good story.
But what I'm saying is that this is not some like random little redneck Mormon sort of ultra conservative, Christian channel that nobody watches. This is highly popular.
This is everyday homestead America right now.
Definitely.
Play.
track on the path toward being on the big screen.
Just the whole ability to
chewing.
publish miracles from heaven has been an incredible journey.
She looks like she's on like Adderall or something.
Cow.
Is it Adderall? Adderall.
Oh, please don't start trying to pronounce T's now.
Pretty sure it's after.
I love that these two are trying to tell us about pronunciation of anything.
Shut up, Devin. Eat your fucking cheese and shut up.
All right.
to share our hearts and to inspire people, and to be able to do that on the screen as well is just so exciting.
Yeah, hopefully making a lot of believers
she
out of
seems
some
thrilled about it.
non-believers. Christine, Annabelle, thank you so much for your time today. The movie is scheduled for release.
Wait, what?
Holy shit.
Wait, what happened till we're not shoving it down throats? And at the end, the news reporter is like, "Oh, hopefully we'll get those non-believers to become believers." Like it's full on like, let's convert the world to Christianity. That's the whole point of this segment.
Bomb
I mean,
them all.
God, that's crazy that they were not subtle with that at all. They just came right out and said,
Yeah. So what does the chat think of that one? Did they think that was it was a true story or?
I'm just
or what?
gonna grab some tablets.
"That's code for drop a deuce."
It's gone for a shit.
Wait, you're actually going to engage the chat? Are we supposed to do that?
Well, just while we're waiting for Leica, maybe. While she goes for a poop.
Izzy's banning people.
Yeah,
This is
Castro got
awesome.
banned.
Oh my God, he's banned to stay within the borders of Portugal.
Yeah, bye.
God.
It's because they've got about 25 moderators in there, that's why.
I'd love to see like a banning highlight reel at the end of these, just to see who got banned and why.
Yeah, I should record the screen, really. But I didn't. We've got all on getting this thing right. Nice poop, Leica?
Wow.
I haven't left the room.
You just poop in a bucket?
Yeah, on the webcam. You'll
Cool.
see in
Wait.
about 5 seconds.
Feminism fiction. Engage me, Devin. Is feminism fiction, who is that?
No, we've talked to
That's-
feminism fiction.
But that's not the dominatrix from Canada, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. That's the one where I crashed halfway through.
Wasn't she?
I love that. She was the one that...
Feline?
What?
Something?
Feminism
She's-
fiction.
She's the one that taught me about the expression inverted penis, which that stayed in my head, and I think about that often now.
Yeah, she'll have to lasting impacts on you, Devin.
Big time.
All
Yeah,
right,
a lot
we
of people, all fan favorites are in here. This is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Did it work? Did everyone sign up? The right amount of people?
Yeah. It seemed to have gone really well this time. Like, well done.
That's why like it should be in charge more often.
Exactly. All right. Next up, we've got. Do you want a real quick one? We'll do a quick one. A friend of ours, Sam Vallely, made a 1 minute video, 1 minute 20 seconds, I think, on Ben Affleck and his Batman Superman movie. It's gone semi-viral. It's not gone viral like some of them have.
How many? How many views?
75,000. 80,000. Sorry, 80,000 views.
His video?
Yeah, dude, it had 100 views last night. 80,000.
That's
views.
crazy.
But it's worth watching. So we're going to watch that one, mate.
Oh, wow.
And we know Sam. Sam Vallely is a friend of ours. He's a good guy.
To those or
No, what are they saying?
Well,
Nothing, man.
You heard nothing. Okay, well, we can comment. I mean, yeah, just don't give me a chance to talk. Atman versus Superman. I've always got to go with Atman.
No.
Ben just doesn't look well.
Ben Affleck looks like, I don't know. He's got like 1,000-yard stare.
He looks like he's got problems in his life. Oh, first of all, he looks like Russell Glasser right now with the folds of that sweater. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of karma going against him. You know, like I feel like he's got a tortured soul, and I don't know if it's because of like his failed relationships or the public hate that he must deal with, or career failure. I don't know. I mean, look, the guy's a multimillionaire. He's not exactly a failure, but
just brought out a movie that he's worked for years on. That's been hyped for like a decade, and it's
right.
getting shit reviews straight away.
But he got shat on for his first Superman or superhero.
That was Daredevil, right?
Yeah, it was
Daredevil.
terrible.
Never seen that. I don't really like him as an actor. I saw a bit of Gone Girl, actually, and he was really good in that. I'm not saying he's a shit actor. Just I hate him because of the Sam Harris thing.
Of course, so do I. So does everybody. But here's the issue. Batman is a huge role. It's a legendary role, and people care about it. And if you go in there and people say, no, this is bad, this is wrong, I don't want you in this role, it says a lot about you. It says like, oh shit, that's right, people actually don't like me. You know, like look at the new James Bond, right? So we're going to come up with a new James Bond. Who's this black guy they're talking about? Idris
Elba.
Right. So this guy's a likable guy. Nobody hates Idris Elba. Have you ever come across anyone? Like the guy's just a good actor, likable guy, charming in interviews, all that, right? So the idea of putting him at James Bond, aside from the black-white issue, nobody has a problem with it. Everybody's like, yeah, cool. When the second this guy was announced as Batman, everybody freaked out. They're like, are you shitting me? Come on. This is terrible. But some people were like, hey, we'll give it a chance, see if the movie turns out okay. It turns out it's a terrible film. 30% positive review.
Might not be that bad because the last Superman movie was actually really good, but it's still got.
I really like Man of Steel.
Yeah, it was a good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. Yep, I did. I really enjoyed
Tomatoes give it
Man
like
of Steel.
40%.
I heard 30%, but you're telling me that the Superman was a good film?
Yeah, it is a good movie.
I never saw it.
No, it's
well,
not.
I think this is just you guys. You guys have.
What you just said. No, it's not.
I heard it wasn't. I never saw it.
Oh, no,
but,
it's good. It's good.
You guys clearly have an allegiance to British people and are clearly hometown fans.
I like my Superman.
Okay.
Well, it's been getting a mixed response. I just wondered whether how that makes you guys feel and whether it will even affect the film as such.
Well, the interesting thing is...
Take a seat either in a chair or cross-legged on a cushion. And gradually become aware of the sensations of sitting. Feelings of pressure in your back or legs. Feel your arms at your sides. And perhaps take a few deep breaths.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Allow gravity to settle you into your seat.
Ben?
I agree.
Well, look, I'm not gonna hate on this. This is a great video, but at some level, somebody has to give me a little credit for the Sam Harris
Oh god, yeah.
coming in, speaking that exact thing with that exact graphic.
Yeah.
I mean, but the fact that you would, but see, this is the nature of a mashup. So this is a guy who watched my videos. He knows that that's an idea somewhere in his head. He saw this new video, and then he figured out, oh, well, I'll put the two together. So he took something and made something new out of it.
Yep.
So well done.
I'm sure I'll get 100,000 hits. I mean, like,
it's on fire.
Sam's a good guy. He's got an awesome tattoo on his ass. Remember that, Devin?
Sam's ass? Yeah. I'll never forget Sam's ass. Yeah.
Very good. We've got that live as well. That's one of my hands.
He said a friend of his is willing to suck my cock, too.
Really?
At a moment's notice. Yeah.
Female?
Male, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Frank, I think his name is.
Big Frank from Glasgow?
Oh, he's a big boy. Yeah, no, his ass was on the screen, sure.
Okay. All right, then. That was fun. I like that one. I fucking love that video, man. Do you want to do some football, Devin, or do you want to go into some Skype exorcism?
Well, I'll say one more thing on this, and then I think we should delve into some football. I feel like this is the first time that we can vent our revenge for the Bill Maher interview. Because, we're looking at Sam and Ben on the screen at the same time, and this is a moment of failure for Ben in his life. And Sam coming in and being there during that moment, there's something cathartic about that. And just being like, remember when you called me a racist in front of billions of people? Fuck you. And I mean, how funny would it be if Sam had, because if Sam has Maryam Namazi and Omer, whatever, the gay Muslim, if he has those kind of people on his podcast, why wouldn't he have Ben Affleck on his podcast? Get him on there.
Yeah.
Do you think Sam would be open to that? I bet you he would be too.
Oh, hell yeah.
I bet you Sam would say it might be constructive to take this guy who we battled publicly to resolve this privately and then release it to the public and show that process is possible. But I think what Sam's realizing is that it's not possible. There are enemies in this world, and you should have enemies, and there's nothing that's going to change that.
Yeah, I liked what he said on his latest Ask Me Anything. And I think he said it on Twitter as well, where he said that the only thing we need to be doing now is to be losing patience with these people. And I love that because this is the natural human response. Like, we've tried everything, and now it's just, fuck you. You're wrong.
Yep.
I love it.
Love it. All right.
So,
some suck.
Moving on. So I was on Skype with Devin last night, and we got to talking about the footy. And I don't know if any listeners out there or viewers or whatever know that Devin used to play football a little bit when he was at school, right? Up until you were about...
life, man.
Devin, you haven't played football for 10 years, Devin. Come on.
All throughout high school.
Yeah. And I played a little bit at school as well. I'm not saying I was any good, but it's the national game, so you play it when you're at school. So you get to understand the game as well, and you understand what it's all about, and you understand why it's so important.
Well,
and we got talking about that, didn't we?
I was raised by an English father, and so that was the tie-in, and that's why, even though I didn't follow professional soccer or Premier League, I was, always playing soccer from age 5 on. So I was a top dude, top player. It was actually really foundational. Like, if you would ask me at any point in my life, from 5 to 18, who I was and what I was about, I would say I'm a soccer player. Like, I'm the guy who is awesome at soccer. And so that defined me and gave me self-esteem, which a lot of the people we engage with online lack sorely.
Yes.
But
somebody says football is great. England are shit. What the fuck?
England had an amazing
until
victory.
You see the game from yesterday.
Amazing victory last night in Berlin against the World Cup champion Germans, who played really great and got a 2-0 lead.
Yep.
England, it was a massive.
Yeah, Germany scored just before half-time, and then they scored just after half-time, which, if anybody knows anything about football, that's usually just game over.
Death blow, right.
Yep.
And it was a huge event. Like, I was riding around town, and lines just to get into every bar out here, and like everybody was watching that game in Germany. So it was technically a friendly, but everybody was into it.
No, England versus Germany, because England always see it as like some payback for the war.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night. It always goes back to World War II.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the funny thing, because England has so many historical enemies that everybody they're matched up against hates them, like, for some reason or another. So it's not like England, Ireland, England, Scotland, England, France would be any different. They'd still be like, screw these people, let's beat them.
Yeah, there's some bigger than others. I mean, Germany doesn't really get any bigger than that.
The hand
Yeah,
of
but
God?
that's the interesting point. Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry,
Argentina?
you go.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what was
Don't.
it with Germany and England?
Falklands.
Sorry.
What is it with who and who?
There was a match with England and Germany, and I think it either went just behind the goal line, but then got knocked out, and then they went back.
Oh
to
yeah, that was the
looked at
last
it.
World Cup.
Jesus Christ, that was the 1966 Leica.
Yeah, 1966.
No.
No, it was 1966.
No. That was recent.
That
No,
happened
no,
in
no, I'm
66
talking
as well.
about
Oh no, there was a later. Yeah, there was a later one as well. Yeah,
It was
you're
the
right.
recent one. It was not this last one in Brazil. It was the one before.
Was it in France? I
Wasn't
think.
it? No, was it? Maybe it was this last one.
No.
England was playing Germany. Yeah. I
Oh
think,
yes,
and
it was.
they-
Yes.
Yes, and there was a goal that
we scored. It bounced
that
off the
England
top
scored,
crossbar, landed behind the goal line.
like 2 feet behind the goal
Yeah,
line.
and the whole controversy of that was that they were supposed to be bringing goal line technology in, and they decided not to that year.
What
And
did you just say?
we would have scored first against Germany. That goal was disallowed, and then they went on to score like I think it was 3-0 or whatever. We got beaten. We got knocked out of the World Cup this time around.
I think it ended like 5-2 or some shit. But yeah,
Didn't end up
what was-
5-2, Devin.
what was the word you just said?
Disallowed.
It was a contra what?
Controversial.
That's how you pronounce it?
Controversial.
No, you don't say shill. Shill.
Oh,
He
Devin
does.
does.
Controversial.
Controversial.
Because wow, wait, we got a lot of guesses here.
It's wild stabs in the dark.
Say the word by itself, not just something
Controversial.
is a. No, just it's a what?
A controversy.
Okay, what?
A controversy.
Okay, what about controversy? Who says that?
I never said that.
Douglas Murray says that.
He's an idiot.
Do you think Jacob says controversy or controversy?
Controversy. A good point. I don't know. Does it matter?
Well, I just like to analyze the way you bastardize the language, like in real time, right in front of me.
What?
Controversial.
Jacob said
Well,
cheers.
We'll put it this way. I want to hear you both say Christian.
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 There it is.
There's an IA
Everybody
at
in the
the
chat,
end.
you hear that?
An IA.
Christian.
TIAN.
Which one of us is saying it wrong?
He is. You're saying it right. Okay, just listen to how many syllables. It's like say it again.
Christian.
2 syllables. Anthony said.
Christian.
3 syllables.
So what?
That's like
Syllables
Carl
are free,
Pilkington,
man.
man. Okay, it's like Carl Pilkington when he says ugly, he uses 3
Ugly.
syllables.
Ugly.
That's right. Everybody else is saying ugly. You're saying Christian. Christian. It's like a Chinese lady called Christian. It's like,
no.
what is that?
Fuck off.
All right.
Next. All right, we're gonna do football, right?
Yeah, we've got 2 football videos though. We've got Eric Cantona.
Right. Well,
Cantona.
let's start with the beautiful second goal from England last night,
Oh, Jesus.
which is
This was the
sublime.
Wait. The 2 videos are called Eric Cantona and Jamie
Okay.
Vardy.
Yeah, we're going to do Jamie Vardy first, but I'll explain to you the situation. It was 2-1, and we were late in the game, like 80th minute something. And this was, when I saw it live, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I thought, surely this was an accident. Surely something happened. It hit off a toe or a knee or something. No. Just watch it in real time and then see the replay and just be amazed at what this guy did. This guy plays for what team?
I don't know. I don't know.
He muted
football
himself.
players.
And no. Anthony's trying to talk, but he doesn't know he's muted. We'll wait until.
There we go. I'm sorry. The guy plays for Leicester City, who are at the top of the Premier League right now, which is very unusual for a team like that.
Someone's going to
He's
win thousands, nearly $1 million, because they put 50.
They were like
quid on it.
500. I think they were 500 to 1 to actually win
5,000
those.
to 1, I think.
Was it 5,000 to 1? Fuck.
Yeah, that sounds about. So this guy is an up and coming guy. He's scoring like mad for his squad, and they put him in the 70th minute in this game, and they were down 2-0 at the time, and they bring him in, and it's like, oh, he stepped up. Watch this.
Watch the guy in the middle of the park there. Boom.
Oh God, that touch.
That was just cheeky.
Okay,
Is all
so
that
what
was.
you need to understand, and what you will understand in the replay, is that first of all, for him, the cross was beautiful, but to get to that spot, what do you call that? What do you even call what he did? Which is he put his leg around the back of his other leg, and hit it like a trick shot. I mean, it was something that you wouldn't do like in practice if you're just fucking around with your
I didn't actually
mates.
see what he did. No, it's.
Well, you'll see it in the replay because it's obviously pretty
replay.
quick. But yeah,
Here we go.
we'll have to watch this one again.
Oh God.
Now watch the guy in the middle of the park. Watch what he does. Checks his run.
Nice.
Boom.
Oh.
Just off the outside
and
of his
also-
right boot. Watch it.
And also, just for added insult, he takes him to the near post.
Yeah.
So like
Click onto
you
the
got the
outside
entire
post. Easy.
yeah. There's the rest of the net
That
near
was nice.
post. Oh my God. So here's what I was suggesting to Anthony. I think we should get on Twitch
Yes.
and play FIFA, and we should have flying monkey tournaments of FIFA, and just dive into our love of this sport. And
There's
try to-
we've got Windows. If you're on Windows 10 or if you're on Xbox, then you can play cross-platform.
Yeah.
You'd still need an Xbox Live subscription to play online, though,
Or
Devin.
Devin can
Thinking about
play on the thing that I set him up a while ago.
on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lycus is genius with this stuff. I just want to get Izzy on there and just have her start scoring own goals and just start shoving it in her face. And just, I mean, I just want to beat people online from
There's
around the world
A
at a
really
game.
good game that's just come out. It's called Rocket League. You play as like this rocket-powered car, but you play football, so you have to hit the ball with the car, and the ball's
Yeah,
like
I've heard about that.
20 foot big. It's really
Maybe we should do this as like a segment and then just invite like big YouTubers on and just play them again in FIFA, and then maybe talk about something during halftime.
And whoever wins, the other side has to cancel or delete the channel.
Channel deletion.
Yeah,
I
channel
told-
deletion
I told-
challenge.
I don't want to
I
do
told
that to you
Vadim.
guys.
I told Vadim Newquist that if he ever made me laugh, I would delete my channel. And I said, not kidding, legitimate. If you could do that. And every time, like I honestly give people a chance. Like when somebody is trying to be funny, and that's what Vadim is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
He considers himself a comedian, and so I'm not a dick. I'm not just going to have a chip on my shoulder. I'll give you a shot, but the man is seriously not funny.
He started saying something last night. He started telling like what it started off like a funny story that he was going to tell, and he literally just fizzled out after about 15 seconds. He's like,
I think he was reading-
I don't really know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I think he was
That
reading the
kind of
chat.
talk like him.
I think he was like disturbed by what. we were doing in
Yes.
the chat.
The whole hangout was going completely quiet because what we were typing in there was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, God, this guy is just
We need to do that on
so
a weekly basis as well, without a doubt.
so on top of the world. This guy, well done to England.
Although I have to say, the guy that hosted that hangout last night, he came on my chat and he seemed quite friendly. So props to the guy. I don't know who he is. I can't remember what he was called now.
Well, I don't give people the benefit of the doubt. You got to earn your way into the inner sanctum. You know what
I'm not
saying?
saying he's in the inner sanctum, Devin. I'm just saying he sounded all right.
Okay, now explain to us. Give us a setup on who Eric Cantona is.
So Eric Cantona was a French international player, one of the best players in the world.
Now,
but
hold on.
because he's French, oh god,
Usually, a British person talking about a French guy is probably going to be him saying what a twat this guy is.
no,
Is this? I thought he was retired. Is
But
that like
he breaks the mold.
is what like a?
Is it the Cantona said ooh-ah?
Yes, that guy.
Is it
He
same
was the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, same guy. I know he's a little bit older for you, like it, because of your age, but you know he is. So he was an absolute star for Manchester United, and he was a star for the French national side as well. Extremely talented footballer, but a little bit hot-headed.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's a little cognitive dissonance when you have a French guy playing for Manchester United and you're a British guy going, "Fuck, I gotta
No,
cheer for this guy."
Manchester United's like I think it's like the most
Well,
mixed
yeah.
race team in England, isn't it?
Yeah, but not all races and countries are the same. So yeah, if you got some guy from Uruguay in your team,
No, it doesn't work like that, though,
South
Devin.
Korea.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. The guy, you know, from my side, if we had an Argentinian that we hired to play for Bradford City, I would love the guy, even though he's Argentinian.
Well, that's a testament to the passion
All
people
they
have for their
to
teams.
be is
But
good, and no one really cares. Well, they-
Yeah, as long as you're putting the ball in the net, who gives a shit?
But that's what's so funny about this nationalism and just sort of fandom of a sporting team, especially based on geography, when in professional sports and college sports even, but even worse in professional sports, the players don't live in your town. They don't come from your town. You know, they literally have nothing to do with you or your town.
The smaller
You just
the
happen to
club,
play them.
the lower league club that you support, the more chance you've got players from that town playing for them.
Yeah. I mean,
But
at least in college.
Yeah, but if you go to Manchester United, you might have one player there that's actually from Manchester.
Right. at least in college, at least those guys go to school with you, and so they must live in that town. But once you get to the pros, man, it's just strictly business. And yet the fans treat it like this is proof that I'm awesome because we paid this guy $100 million to come and dunk on people for us.
It's not basketball, pal. But anyway, so going back to Cantona. So this was a match, Manchester United, I think it was versus Crystal Palace. And things got a little bit heated. Some of you may have already seen this clip, but some of you might not have done. But it's funny nonetheless. You don't really see this much on English football anymore, which I think is a shame.
This is like a Zidane moment. But
yes, very much so, yeah. And this
level.
is Cantona. This is the guy right there, you can see.
Collar popped.
Collar popped, yep. Like a twat.
Alan Wilkie is the referee, but it was the advice of the linesman Eddie Walsh.
So Cantona has just been sent off. And then he decides to start killing the crowd.
This is outrageous when he was playing.
Oh, yeah.
Norman Davis, the Manchester United kit man, trying to pull him away.
Look at that 240p resolution.
It's all got wildly out of hand, and once more, Eric Cantona is the man at the centre.
Look at the goalie's shirt. Did you see that? Oh, my God. Yeah, so he got arrested for that.
Also, some violent pixels there.
Mm-hmm. That was the early 90s, dude. I mean...
Yeah, but you know what? I sympathize with those guys. I mean, you know, those fans, can you imagine the trolling that they do?
Well,
imagine what that guy said.
Yeah, they'll shout at you and stuff like that, but they'll end up spitting on you and throwing stuff at you and coins and stuff like that. You get that all the time. Oh, you used to do it in
the place where the players walk out, everyone can lean over and like shout shit at the player, which they do a lot.
But it's so funny and it's so rewarding to see those fans get just beaten on by professional athletes because they literally can't back up their talk. They don't want to back it up. It reminds me of the brawl they had in Detroit, which was crazy, like black on black situation going on. Indiana Pacers at Detroit. It was a few years back, and it was like the NBA's worst nightmare because the NBA, they make a lot of money, and their fans are primarily white. And the entire thing is you gotta make these thuggish guys not be thuggish. So they really crack down on people throwing punches in an NBA match. Like they will fine the fuck out of you. But it came down to it where, you know, Ron Artest, this guy who changed his name to Meta World Peace, he fouled a guy kind of hard, Rasheed Wallace, this huge, like 7 foot, like angry dude. And he was pissed because his team had just lost. And some fan, they were waiting and they were like in a timeout. And some fan threw a bottle of water at Ron Artest and hit him in the face. And he got pissed and he went into the crowd and started like beating on this guy. He actually beat on the wrong guy. But this started a massive brawl. Both teams came out. And then the fans started getting involved. And it was just, they had no control over the situation. The cops couldn't do anything. And in comes, and this is my favorite part, these two short, fat fans. I think they were like, they could have been Muslim actually. They kind of look like brownish. And they come onto the floor and they start like having that swagger of like, oh yeah, I want to get in on this. I'm going to start fighting. This guy might have, 5'8", if that, out of shape. And he's like ready to fight. And he catches eyes with Ron Artest and Ron's like, what? Oh, you want some of this? And just socks him right in his face. and then his friend, this guy, Jermaine O'Neal, who's another 7-foot black guy, plays for Indiana. He sees that his friend, Ron Artest, is fighting fans. So he comes flying from across, like he comes onto the TV screen, takes a running start, and I've never seen a 7-foot black man hit a pudgy Persian guy in the face. It was the greatest thing ever. Absolutely folds the guy with a punch. It was fucking spectacular. And I was like cheering, throwing my popcorn in the air. It was the
I've seen more.
thing.
Yeah, I've seen more violence in American sport in general, as far as violence that shouldn't really happen compared to English sport. I don't know if you'd agree with that. You don't really see much of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've got a friend who lives in LA and he's talking about all the shit that he just seems like it's normal when he goes to watch a game. Like I threw my cup at this guy and threw my bottle at his face.
Well, I mean, in England they might cut away, but in this one they didn't, and the announcers just kept calling it, and they actually started calling it like it was a fight. They're just like, like in a hockey match or a hockey. Do they call it a match too?
Yeah, it's a hockey match.
Shaming myself.
Yeah.
No, it's a hockey game.
Yeah. Is it?
Is it?
Hockey match.
Called it a match.
Who cares? Anyway.
Oh God,
It's only
yeah,
hockey.
Canadians.
Paging
So,
all
okay.
Canadians.
So yeah, a hockey match, and like when the fight breaks out, they'll just start calling the fight. They'll be like, and a left hook connecting. Of course, hockey fights are not that exciting because it's basically just right hands. It's right hand versus right hand.
Yeah.
Use your left hand to hold the guy, right hand, and whoever goes down first wins or loses. Actually,
You had a
Are they the rules?
Sorry.
Hillsborough. You mean the Hillsborough disaster, or?
Yeah, I was
What about
just
it?
wondering if Devon knew about it.
no, what is it?
It's like an event that happened at a sports event that 96 people ended up dying at the end of it. They were like climbing over
Well,
each other's.
Yeah, but
on
not
each
not through fighting.
No.
Yeah, it's through
They could
The
have
wall
just
crushing
calmed
people,
down
right.
though and not trampled all over each other.
Well, what I love is the when I was living in Buenos Aires, there was a match to see who was going to be kicked out of like the first league of teams. And this is really important for the team, right? So like if you're about to get kicked out of the Premier League, and what do they call it when you get relegated or something?
Relegated, yeah.
Right. Okay. So like for these guys, it was their big chance, and they needed to win this game, and they went down 1-0, and then the other team scored another goal, so it was 2-0, and so the fans for the team that was about to get kicked out of the Premier League just went, okay, fuck it, that's it, and they just started a riot. Basically, they stormed the field and they set up barricades, and they were already ready to fight the cops. They had like Molotov cocktails, like fireworks. They had like flares, and it was like we were watching some. No, it was Argentina.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
watching some like siege battle from like yesteryear. And it was almost like they were about to dig trenches and like bring in mortars. It was just like crazy.
Yeah, it's
And
like
the
that.
teams-
I show you. Was it Brazil? I think it was. There's two teams in Brazil.
I think it happens a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the name is. It's I can't
But
remember
the
what it
fact
was.
that, like,
Fuck, man, they got
these guys-
absolutely nuts.
they
People
were
are killed
onto
there
the
every
team.
single year.
It was as if they were geared up like Rambo. What's the security like at that stadium? How do you get through? With
I don't think there is any.
Yeah, third world.
Yeah.
Shame.
River Plate, there you go. River Plate. Thank you very much,
You
Jeff.
know what would help the third world is England. A little colonialism.
What do you mean?
When England comes and sorts you out, things get better.
Falklands.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, see? Look at that.
From South
Rah,
Africa,
rah.
which is the only country
Yeah.
to do
Well,
worse after colonialism.
Yeah, the Dutch muddied that one up, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's,
So
Morgan
next up,
Freeman did it when he took
did you
over.
want to continue talking about football, Devon?
Oh, no.
We never mentioned glory. They never mentioned the word glory. Which we talked
yeah, we
about
can-
last night.
That was an interesting.
That was an English
uh,
thing.
What?
Yeah, me and
The
Anthony were
word
having a
glory.
very poetic conversation about the fact that British people tap into the word glory and use it more often than every other.
Yeah. It's mentioned. What did you say? It was mentioned. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I've had glorious.
Not
a lot,
per capita.
Glory.
Glory.
Yeah, but same. But glorious is in your anthem.
Yeah, it is.
So happy and glorious, but also
Glorious
just
and
the
triumphant.
and just the
Glorious is
concept
in it.
of
We had to Google that last night. So.
like watching that goal, for example, or watching England win a World Cup match. An Englishman might describe that as glorious, and that's a word that has a very specific sort of definition that I don't think Americans quite have. We don't have that same word, or we don't. I don't know, experience it in the same way as often.
It's 'cause
That
you
was
have
my
glory.
theory.
You have to be.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
lack it.
not.
Take
My.
the world first, and then you can have.
That's right. Yeah, and that was my point to Devon. It goes back to like colonialism and stuff like that.
I think it's the historical context. I mean, to understand how great a moment is, you have to compare it to every other moment. And when you come from a nation with a long history, I feel like they have a better sense of history. And I don't know, like America, they wouldn't appreciate shit. Like if America won the World Cup, nobody would be like, oh man, do you have any idea what this means? In England, if they tie a team that is a quality team, they'll go and have a parade about it.
Yep.
But it's getting to the point.
But England,
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
You know, in Germany where they won't put up the German flag when the football
Yeah,
match
they
is
hit
on,
that,
or
right.
they only do it when the
Exactly.
football match is on. We've been banned in
Uh-huh.
some places from putting the England flag up, so it's becoming less of a thing to have
Yeah.
English pride.
Tommy Robinson ruined that for everybody because he's an absolute bigot. We're all guilty by associating with him.
Yeah. So anyway, so the upshot of the conversation was that me and Devon really, really like football, and we both understand why it's very, very important.
Yeah, for men.
No.
It's important because it's arbitrary. It's not that soccer is important more than anything else, but when you see those fans, and God, the way they celebrated that victory last night or 2 nights ago, I mean, these people are like transformed. It was like one of the best moments of their life. It seemed like.
Yeah, and I was saying to you, wasn't it, Devon, when like my team got promoted to the Premier League, and I still remember, and it was 1999, so 17 years ago, and I still remember exactly what I did and where I was and what I was doing on that day.
I came second in my
league.
Got a medal.
Did you? Did you play? Did you play in a Muslim league?
No.
You have to wear a hijab.
League.
Do you still own a hijab?
I've got half a burqa and then like 40 headscarves of different colours.
Would you wear it next time?
Possibly. I've got a nice
Go on.
one that's not too dark. I've got
Your hair is so long and straight. You could just use that as a modified burqa.
Yeah, just some sellotape.
Drape
I'll have
it.
it curly next time, and then we'll go for the burqa the time after that.
That works.
Yeah.
Well, we're going for episode 5 at this point.
Well, you gotta frizz it out because the more frizzed means the more blackish you look, which means the more oppressed you are, which means you could get more sympathy.
All right.
What's our next vid?
Next video up is Chris LaSala. Boom.
Oh, you mispronounced that too. Lasala.
LaSala, I'm sorry.
Lasala. At least you had the right number of syllables.
Well, he had L, the capital L, the small A, the big S. So LaSala.
Yes, but Lasala.
Which
LaSala,
video
no.
is it? What's the name of the title?
It's the Elijah is convicted of sin and ready to turn to Jesus.
Okay, so I'll give a quick intro on this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's all good. Well, we can actually skip. We can watch the very start of it, and we'll skip to about 5 minutes after that. But Devon will get the thing.
So this is the Skype exorcist. Okay. This is the guy who I found randomly, and what he does is he performs exorcisms online on Skype, and he has a huge audience. He's got like 22,000 subs, and he's absolutely insane. He's a hardcore Christian, but he's one of those like rapture's coming, the devil's real, their demons possess you. I mean, this is like straight out of The Exorcism, the movie. So the guy's he's really an awkward guy. He comes up with very odd sayings. I love him. I mean, I think he's comedy gold. And if you haven't seen him before, enjoy.
Devon's got some videos on his first channel. I think is it on your first channel, Devon?
Oh, my only channel. This is my channel.
Was it on
my
your
first
second channel? Okay.
That was the first, yeah. Yeah, he is fantastic, and he's skilled, and it's like the power of persuasion, and he basically kind of half hypnotizes these people, and they're all deluded sheeple who are sort of like up for it, and nothing happens, nothing's resolved, and it's just totally insane. But this is the ugly side of religion, and it's shameless. Like, they're happy to post these videos up, and we're happy to react to them.
Enjoy. I think he accepts donations. He doesn't flat out ask for money.
Yeah. I'm sure he had a weird chapter of his life. He went off to Puerto Rico, and he got married and had a kid out there, grew a beard. Now he's back in some random, I feel like it's Florida, and he's building a house from scratch. But like you get the idea, he has no idea how to do that. yeah. It's just like he bought building a house for dummies. So it's pretty out there.
Play. Enjoy, everyone.
How are you?
Good.
I'm doing good. How about yourself, sir?
Living the dream.
Pause. Okay. Just that's a lot on our screen
That's
right
a
now.
lot of face.
Okay, we gotta everybody breathe on this. Okay, so what this guy on the right who's called in to me? Tell me if this guy doesn't look like a bee-stung Nicolas Cage. That is totally bee-stung Nicolas Cage. And look at Laszlo, like he's so like relaxed now. He's just phoning it in. He's just like reclined in a.
Yeah. He's in his comfortable space.
In his mind, he's about to engage with supernatural forces, and he's got like his legs up on the table. Like he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, shouldn't he be like in full garb and like have a crucifix and like holy water? He's just like fucking it.
Casual
He's got his hand down his pants. Yeah. So Nicolas Cage, Bee Stung Nicholas, is about to describe some problems and say how much he loves Chris. So let's see.
Yeah. I've been watching your videos and stuff, and I realize throughout all the other videos that I've watched that you really do speak the truth, and I do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Got very feminine lips.
Which one?
The
Nicolas Cage.
based on Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Right.
We can only speak what we've seen and heard, is what the Bible says.
When I was I really wouldn't actually be here if it wasn't for God right now. And
Did you say we could skip a lot of this?
Well, how long did you want to go into this, Devin? Because it's about 6 minutes in that it's the actual the real Jesus stuff starts.
Devin?
You there, Devin?
Do we have to end the call and call him back?
He said he's still there.
I'll give him a second.
Talk between yourselves, people.
1 sec. Oh, never mind. I think he's broken again.
Yeah. Drew just said too much cheese. His guts went, oh god, I gotta go to the toilet real quick.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Devin. You're back.
Okay, so what's happening?
Oh, we're just waiting for you, pal.
Okay, so here's the thing. Play it. Let's get a little.
Well, we're up to 1 minute.
backstory.
The guy's just giving a little. He's just saying he wouldn't be where he was without God.
Okay.
So
let's hear it.
play it for another minute.
Yeah, what we were wondering is how far ahead you wanted to skip.
It's about 6 minutes once it actually starts. But
Yeah.
we need some backstory.
But this is the foreplay. I mean, we don't want to just jump in because we got to understand the process. So play it.
and it's really amazing when you think about it. My mom actually wasn't allowed to have kids. She was raped when she was younger, and tore up her.
That was hot. Wait, by the way, who tells somebody about your mother's rape within the first 30 seconds of meeting them?
Christians. Terrible.
Her mother was raped by Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, in the case of Bee Stung Nicolas Cage, you are the father. Good.
Vaginal tissue and stuff like that, so she wasn't able to
Oh,
have kids.
come on. Don't say vaginal tissue.
She fell into alcoholism and drugs, and got out of it through Christ and stuff, and then prayed every day for me,
Okay.
and then
What do you think, in the chat, what do you think his problems are? So everybody that calls Chris, they have problems. What do you think his are? Take a guess. I mean, there's some that come to mind. Yeah, that sort of jumps to the forefront. But it's weird, like Christian problems, like, you'll see. Play it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Is that why she named you Elijah?
Yeah. My actual name's Elijah Aaron. So.
Double whammy.
Yep.
So what are you calling in today for?
I guess deliverance.
What are we struggling
just that?
with?
Just a standard deliverance, $7.95 plus
Yeah.
PMP.
I love his hair. Like, his hair is beyond not caring. It's just like, how would you describe that look? I mean, it's not like...
Well, I said earlier he looked like was it the Oregon shooter? The guy in the cinema that shot up all those kids and stuff that were watching Batman?
That guy took care of himself more than this. That guy had more going for him than this guy does.
Just the colour of their hair struck me as similar, and the
Yeah.
unkempt unruliness of it.
It's great. Later in this video, Chris gets right up on his webcam, so he's like, he gets all into it later. He brings out the like. Go ahead.
Really, I'm struggling with lust and smoking.
He's struggling with lust. Does he really fancy girls? But it's just not working out. They're not enjoying.
Like it's a sin, as you well know.
Like and Anthony are struggling with smoking. You guys should get exercise too.
Would it still be a problem if the girls were actually interested in him back? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you'll hear a little bit in a minute. If girls are interested in him, oh yeah.
Wait a minute. What I love is like this camera angle. Like, why does it feel like he's burying us in a shallow grave right now? He's like on top of us. Like, what is this angle? God damn.
Trying, and I guess you could say drugs, weed, really.
Have you actually stopped doing any of those things completely?
No.
Or are you still continuing to do all of them?
Watch how he plays this. He says, "Oh, I've stopped, but my friends have given me more drugs." So
same for the lust, Devin. Same for the lust.
But it was really weird because listen to the way he phrases it. He's like, he says he stopped, but his friends have given him more stuff. And what is not said is that no, he's still doing it. He's still doing all of it. Just listen. Watch this.
Okay. Well, I have stopped, but people keep on giving it to me even though I'm not asking them, nor am I, telling them to give it to me. They just happen to give it to me.
That's
like,
then give it back.
I don't know why.
And who are those people?
Look at him.
Just people at work. Friends, I guess.
Does he work in a coffee shop?
Blatant lie.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this guy's like the VP of marketing for like Google? They're like, holy shit, this is a massive national news story. So also another tip for when you're on a webcam, not that I should give out advice, but if your face is taking up 80% of the screen, you might want to back up a couple steps. Like, what is that? It's like a full moon of this guy's face.
Isn't mine like that?
Yeah, yours is like that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit better looking than him.
Maybe.
Do a survey on Twitter.
Well, when you try and turn from sin, Satan sends people to give you sin easy.
Makes sense.
Truth bomb.
And the more you turn from sin, the easier it will become to sin.
Mm-hmm.
God, look at
And
Chris.
the more you'll have to overcome the tempting. Does that make sense?
Goatee, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
That's a douchey goatee right there. Do goatees work for women? Is that a look that you appreciate?
I like.
My wife likes them.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
what?
She likes it on me.
I
I've
like
grown.
the goatee on its own. I like the goatee with the mustache that kind of comes round and becomes a goatee.
Yes, that's the type I would grow. Well, I've grown one twice, but I can't stand facial hair. It just drives me mental, so I just had to shave it off. But my goatee didn't spread all the way down my neck like Chris's.
I like a full beard that's shaven just on the jawline, underneath the jawline.
Wow.
Devin, have you ever grown a
You're into
goatee?
that, huh? Yeah. Never.
Never? Have you ever grown any facial hair whatsoever?
No facial hair whatsoever.
Have you never been tempted just to just grow a mustache just to see how stupid you look? Just for a laugh. If you're not going to see anybody, if you're,
No. Removing hair was never my goal. Nature took care of that for me when I was 18.
Well, yeah, me too. But I'm talking about your face. You can still grow a beard if you wanted to, right?
It's gonna look weird.
Yeah, I was thinking about going for like a rat tail, just like let the back of my head grow out.
You could do that as well.
Just like a 10-inch rat tail. I'm wondering if I could pull that off.
Are you like your dad where you've only got hair? So your hair is bald on the top, but you can grow hair on the side.
Devin is more bald than me. I just want to say that.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Like if you grow bald to the point where you can't grow hair anywhere on your head, like you're dead basically. Like something is severely wrong with you. That's like Chernobyl level balding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
just
insane.
a man thing. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I have chest hair, so it's not big.
The side of her head, she started getting bald head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what
Yeah, I mean, female baldness is a that's no laughing matter. I mean, we got to work on that.
Unless it's Jenny McDermott.
Oh God, she does it to herself though. She processes that hair, man. I mean, her face goes through such hell on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Why does she give up?
She wears wigs.
Well, she wears wigs,
Yeah.
but she does have hair, although she's got a very high hairline. Very high.
High.
Like here, like to the middle of her head. High.
But you know what's crazy about it? See, I would call it a receding hairline, but it's not receding. It's just receded.
It's not going back any further.
No, it's just gone back to like some uncomfortable position. It's just holding its ground right there.
I'll just stay here for the next 10 years, all right?
Yeah. Just freeze frame on this terrible look you have and just coast through life on that.
Eat your cheese, Devin. Go.
M&M's.
Okay, so you're continuing.
You've moved on now.
Yeah.
What's he eating now?
M&M's.
Dinner of Champions.
M&M's. All right, okay.
It does go good with cheese.
Continuing
Well,
to
it is
do
Easter,
all of
so. Go ahead.
these things still
Look at that
today,
face on
right?
this guy. Now, keep playing. We'll talk over him.
Yeah, go.
But you want help.
You know, I pretty much stopped my lusting. And
Pretty much stopped.
I'm like really there. It's just I keep on getting tempted.
AKA haven't stopped.
Yeah.
If anybody, hold on. Has there ever been a time if you said, "Have you stopped doing something?" and somebody comes back with, "Hey, I pretty much stopped." Has that ever convinced anybody of that?
No.
Like what?
But it seems like the natural thing to say, doesn't it? But yeah, pretty much.
And I also like the code word that they're using. Have you stopped your lusting? Let's be clear. We're talking about beating off.
Masturbation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I've pretty much stopped
Oh, yeah,
masturbating.
that's masturbation, without a doubt.
Yeah.
What he's talking about.
Is it like
Which, as we know, previous
lusting on
videos,
the
Chris
porn?
said that it's just
Lusting on
anything, just
anything.
lusting after anything whatsoever.
He gives him a compliment here. Watch this. Play it.
People that come up to me, and I don't know why they keep on coming up to me. Honestly, I'm not that good of a looking guy, so I don't really understand. But you know,
Well,
Makes me
I
sad for
guess
him.
just like how you said.
that's right. You could be the ugliest guy in the world if you try and repent. Satan will send some good-looking woman to come and talk to you.
Good lad.
He doesn't
I keep playing.
care what you look
Chris is
like.
just
He
pulling
only
this-
cares if you get into heaven.
Yeah.
But you're a good-looking guy. Don't worry. I'm sure a woman will come up to you either way. Anyway, let's
Aw.
pray about it then. Why don't you ask God to deliver you,
It's a
and then
sweet
I'll
moment.
pray for you, okay?
Okay.
And confess
Here we go.
that stuff as sin.
Strap in, people. The exorcism begins.
Yeah, this is not even started yet.
God, please deliver me. For all I do is sin. I'm sorry.
All I do is sin, 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 no matter what.
Why don't you name some specifics?
Pornhub.
I'm sorry that I keep on smoking cigarettes, even though you give me signs to stop.
Yeah, Anthony, you hear that?
I'm sorry I keep on smoking weed, even though I've asked you
Weed is as bad as the cigarettes.
to help me stop.
Do you have lust issues, Anthony?
I'm sorry I keep on lusting
time.
after women, even though I
Sorry, I
know it's
lost touch with my father, Nicolas Cage.
Okay. All right, look at me. I'm going to pray. Just listen to what I'm saying. Father, in Jesus Christ's name, I bind the strong man and my brother here. You spirits of lust, you spirits of addiction, we're coming against you right now by the blood of Jesus. You have to...
Shut up.
Look at the mouth. Like, that is not a good look. And he's doing that intentionally because Chris will start saying, out through the mouth. Like, demons come out through the mouth. So he's already like a Pavlovian dog. And he's just like opening his mouth like, oh, look at that.
come out of the mouth and go...
By the way, whose phone sounds like that? Like, what year is that phone from?
That's the old
You hear it?
iPhone ring, isn't it?
It's like, brrrr. Okay, go ahead.
Where you belong, I torture
It's a
your
landline.
works. Fire in the belly, out of the mouth, demons, right now. You have to come out. Out of the
Okay.
mouth, right now, by the blood of Jesus Christ. Out of the stomach.
It's coming.
Out!
God. He has acid reflux.
Out! Right now.
Fall into a tree quickly.
Out! Out! Out of the belly.
Shut-
Come out. Fire, head to toe. I
Fire.
torment you ruthlessly. You
Angels
have
hit
to
and pull.
flee this temple right now in Jesus' name. No rest for you, demons.
Now pause.
Dude, he looks really. He looks really ill right now.
You've spoken about this on a video before, Devon, where I think it was that old. Well, she wasn't old. She was like some 50-year-old woman with her boyfriend, and they contacted Chris to say, "Oh, she's like possessed by demons or whatever."
Yeah, the meth heads, right?
Yeah. The confirmation bias that they have to employ, right? So that Chris starts doing his spiel, and they've obviously watched his videos before, so they now know how to act when he starts saying this thing. Because if they just sit there and going, "I'm not doing anything right now,"
Exactly.
I'm feeling.
No, you have to have a willing participant. You got to play along. Now, the funny thing about that video was at the end of it, they go, "Chris, man, you're awesome, man. We'd love to send you some money. We don't have much on us now, but at the end of the month, we're going to get our welfare check."
Yeah.
Send it to
I
you.
remember that.
But so what happens, you guys, right? He'll start chanting, and he's doing this fire, demon, get out, I smite you, all that shit. But then he's going to say, "Demon, what's your name? Talk to me." He tries to have a conversation, and it turns into this weird religious improv. And the person,
the other person has to play that part.
Yeah, they had to play the part, and they don't know what to say. They don't have a script. So unless they've watched a bunch of his videos, he'll just keep asking, "What's your name? Talk to me, talk to me." And it becomes this really awkward thing where we're watching it going, "Oh my God, they don't know that this is make-believe." But this guy engages it, and he's like, "My name is Leviathan." And he's like, "Oh, good, thank you."
He's spoiling it.
It's so good. Sorry.
Ow!
Spoiler alert, this gets crazier.
Out! Pull, angels. Pull them from the depths of his soul. Out! Right now, in Jesus Christ's name. No rest. Fire on his hands, his feet, and his legs. Lust, we burn you out. Fire all over the flesh. Come on out, spirits. We bind the strong man right now. No rest for you.
Who's the strong
Out of the
man?
mouth.
He's the strong man because he's supposed to be through faith.
He always says that. He's like, a strong man. He has his own, lingo. That's what's crazy. I don't quite get it. Here, let's zip forward maybe 2 minutes from here, and let's see what's happened. Yeah.
It's all dark now.
That's a creepy image.
Look at Chris. Go back.
Look at Chris.
Yeah,
Look at Chris. He's up on the camera. You see him?
How far back?
Oh yeah.
Go back 20 seconds.
Yeah. He's really gonna try to hook it and pull now.
Loose your bonds on his flesh. You have no dominion here. We torment you ruthlessly.
That's 8 minutes.
Okay, no, we're good.
Yeah, we were at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm showing 8 minutes.
No, we're at 8 minutes, but we were on 6 minutes when we said
go
forward
honey.
2 minutes.
All right.
So
Don't worry. There's more goodness to be had.
That's okay.
Fear not.
Torment you ruthlessly.
This man is more. I need him.
What's your name?
Oh God.
What's your name? Who are you? Who are you?
I do what I want. I don't need names from you.
Yes, you do. Unfortunately. What's your name? Who are you?
I don't need. I need this.
Fire all over you. Fire by the blood of Jesus. Thank you. Look at Jesus Christ.
Should not have an apostrophe in it.
Leviathan.
Dude, Chris is having this weird blinking issues. Like his right eye blinks longer than his left.
Oh God.
It's a sign I've been seeing on a lot of people, and it's just highly disturbing. But he's like, Leviathan. He's like, thank you. Finally, we can start the conversation, Leviathan. How are you doing?
Hello.
By the way, did you see Anthony just smoke on camera, everybody?
Yeah.
What, during an exorcism where a guy is trying to quit smoking? And clearly this fire head to toe on Anthony. We got to hook it and pull.
So how many cigarettes have you had so far? Because I've seen 2 already.
I've had 2 in 3 hours.
I thought you had quit.
I am.
Yeah.
I'd have had 5 in 3 hours.
So basically, Anthony has turned this podcast into an extended snuff video. Okay, that's what he's killing himself. Yeah.
So's Leica smoke.
I have to smoke because you were complaining about the vape noise.
Oh really?
Are you smoking right now, Leica?
Not anymore, no.
Oh God, you guys are gonna get so many DMs.
I'm a
from me
good
after
girl.
this. It's just gonna be a DM central.
They get it
Unbelievable.
last time. Like, don't kill yourself. That's suicide.
The last time I smoked was when I was 13. I tried one cigarette once. It was disgusting, and I knew it was bad for me, and so I stopped. And I was 13. Come on, guys. Let's do better.
The first time I tried when I got
Come on,
like,
people.
some nicotine high and got dizzy, and I thought I want that again. So I don't know.
Yeah. People in the chat, please contact these people. You have their Twitter. DM them and just hashtag them. Do whatever you got to do. And just tell them to stop smoking because they're dying. Continue. Respect. See, look at that. They think I'm the party pooper.
No.
Trying to save them from cancer.
No, you know
It's
that
my crusade.
you know what that silence is? That's the silence of realization that you're right. And we know you're right.
Yeah.
And these are Hitchens fans. So Hitchens, they see that
didn't quit
all play
either.
out right before their eyes.
No,
Exactly. He was
Hitchens
not. He
smoked
wasn't a
to
quitter.
the end. That's a true.
And nobody loves a quitter, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And look at Jesus Christ. Where does he want you to go?
The pit.
He goes where I don't. No.
Look at him.
No, he's holding his phone steady there. Do you see that?
Look at him. Where does he want
Because the
you
guy's
to
on
go?
a cell phone, not on the front facing camera. Pause it.
Well, look at the
Pause it. Because he has the phone in his hand. He's keeping the phone very steady, right? But his head's shaking all over the place.
Right.
So he's
No,
still
he
thinking
has-
about his cinematography while he's in a trance or whatever he's doing.
He's possessed by the devil only limb by limb. So it's like right now it's just in the upper body, and he's really got a lot of neck movement for a large guy like that. That's like a lot of. He might. What if he just like spun it around 360? Like
Now that would be good. Projectile vomit. Yeah.
Play it.
Then I believe it possible.
You have no choice. Look into the eyes of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Where
High above you.
is Chris the Lord?
That's fun.
You, all principalities and powers, dominions and strongholds in the second heaven. Come out of the mouth right now.
What's the second heaven? Devin, do you know what the second heaven is?
No, he drops. He drops. I think he's describing Everforge. Strongholds and dominions, I release your power. Fire. He's still phoning it in right now, Chris. But let's see if he amps it up.
Come out of the mouth.
Yeah, I love when he yells.
Out!
Yes.
Out! Out of the belly, all of you. We bind the strong man. We break up your kingdom, Satan. Out!
Oh, God.
Out! Out of the stomach. Out! Out of the stomach right now in Jesus
He really does look
Christ's
like
name.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
No rest. Father, fill all those voids with the Holy Spirit so this devil doesn't find a clean swept house.
Pause. Okay, look at this face he's making. Like, if whatever you're doing in your life that has led you to that face, just stop doing that. You gotta really like write down the pros and cons of your behaviors and just be like, we gotta not have this face again. Like
that hair. Look at that
I know.
hair.
The hair to me says he doesn't give a fuck about like how he.
Because he looks like he's balding.
Oh yeah, it's a mess up there. But I mean, he's not even trying at this point. That's not even a style. Like I've seen like gamer losers like MGTOWs who have better hair than this. I mean, this is just. I feel bad for the guy. He's young too.
Yeah.
How old do you think this guy is?
Probably 20, 21.
I'm going to say 27.
No, he's not that old.
No,
Yeah, he is.
he's a puppy.
He's a young kid,
No,
dude.
it's just the baby fat.
You know what's crazy? He's young enough to be Nicolas Cage's son. Just throwing it out there.
Shall we continue on the...
Play.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. No
We
play.
heard your legion. You have to go. Go out.
Legion.
Go walk in dry places, Leviathan, right now.
Go walk
Say,
in dry
I,
places.
Leviathan, am defeated by the Lord. Jesus.
Go walk
Say
in dry
it.
places.
Say it.
Leviathan.
Am defeated.
No.
Say it.
My Leviathan will leave this body.
Ow!
Oh my God.
Ow!
Pause. Okay. Can you imagine like the guys who invented the internet, right? So like the guys, and they flash forward to this moment and they look and see what humans are doing with it, and they're like, oh, what have we done? What have we done to connect these people? I mean, Leviathan, come walk on the dry places.
Well,
What a
because Leviathan is a sea creature from the Bible.
He's a what?
It's a sea creature. It's not actually a demon, so I
Oh.
don't know why he's saying he's possessed by a sea creature from the
okay. So Leviathan is like pretty chilled out when he's in water, and he's saying, "Come walk on the dry place." Like, what is the dry place code for hell?
Maybe it means leave the sea creature? It can be on land where the sea creature isn't? I don't know.
Like, I swear,
Maybe we're
every time Chris opens his mouth, I have no idea what's. Chris comes up with stuff that you would never imagine somebody could ever invent. Like, he's a poet. This is like freestyle poetry we're witnessing right here.
How often does he put videos out, Devin?
Pretty often. He's a pretty active fan base.
It could be a regular feature on this. This
Like,
guy's.
you want to talk about a cult? This guy's got a cult.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Every part of you, get out of them. Torment your kingdom, Satan. Cast down your pride.
God.
We cut through those
God,
scales by
distressed
the
he
word
looks.
of Jesus Christ, the sword of the Spirit.
That mouse is annoying me.
Cut down to the marrow, Lord. Out right now. Out right now, every one of you. Out right now, every one
What you all
of you.
don't realise though, he's actually wanking off. Ooh, what's that coming out of his mouth?
I think that. Hold on. Freeze frame. Somebody send that to James Randi and say, "Oh, you want proof of the supernatural? What do you call that?"
There you
Give
go.
me my
pal.
$1 million.
You see that? You see that cluster of whiteness right there? No scientific explanation. That is Leviathan.
Yep.
He's walking over to the dry place. Thank you. I'll take a check, please.
No rest. No rest for the wicked. We torture you.
Oh, God.
Thought it was for
Weeping
the
and
weird.
gnashing
You'd
for
kiss
you,
him like a-
Leviathan. We break your wings and scales
If he had a
right
goatee,
now.
she'd
We
kiss him.
burn them
Yeah,
by
she
the
would.
blood. Out!
Yeah.
Out! We purge your kingdom.
Landline.
Out! Right now, we purge
That's his
your
next
kingdom.
call.
You have to go. Fire.
Yeah,
head
yeah,
to
but we'll
toe.
do it in a minute.
Satan, we
I love
rebuke
the
you.
fact. Hold on. I love the fact that he's getting landline phone calls during his
What's his,
exorcism.
that's not a landline, dude. What's his voicemail? I want to listen to his voicemail.
It's
If
so
you have an
funny.
immediate emergency, you need to.
It's like you're sitting there getting an exorcism from a guy. You're wrestling with the demon force of Leviathan. It's all, "You've got mail."
Oh, hang on.
It's like, hold on.
It's like, Chris, are you taking this seriously? Yeah. Just be back in a minute. Tippy tappy tip.
Out, Leviathan, in Jesus' name. Sending your foolishness. Lying spirits out right now. Loose him. Loose the spine,
He's
the
got him.
stomach, the hands, the feet,
got him.
every
Chris has
part,
got him on
every
this one.
member is yielded
making
unto the
progress.
Lord.
Yep.
I think he's got
see it.
Ow!
on the road. I can't
Hello.
believe people watch
Is
this seriously.
Yes,
no,
they do.
I'm actually riveted by this. This is the first time I've seen it. Like, I like the fact that there's a light in the background. It kind of looks divine. You know, it looks like some. It doesn't even look like a light. It looks like just like a split in the space-time fabric. It's like,
It's like a Star Trek thing.
The Holy Spirit
It looks
in
like-
the room with him.
it looks like the last scene of Ghost where Patrick Swayze floats up. Oh god! All right, go ahead.
Out! Loose the bone. You have to go. Holy Spirit, fill this temple. Fill him. Fill him. Fill him. Out!
It's a violent shake.
Out of the mouth. Out of the mouth. Where does Jesus want you to go? Speak up.
He wants us to leave.
Every one of you. Every one of you come out of the mouth.
Jesus is like the bouncer that goes around the club. It's 2:00. He's like, "Everybody, you guys got to go."
You know what I'm imagining, right? His mom knocking on the door. James, you all right? Yeah, I'm just having an exorcism.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
James, dinner's in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mom.
Mom, how many times have I told you?
Not when I'm being exercised. God.
God.
Who else is in this body? Speak your names right now.
Oh, there's more?
Speak.
Satan.
Speak.
He's on Satan.
Speak.
Oh.
No, he's
Who's in this
not. I'm going to
body?
put voice on.
I speak only to women.
He
Who else?
doesn't look that aggressive.
Just role
Who
playing.
else?
Oh, pause.
Thor!
Oh, God.
Thor! Come on!
This is so not Thor. I love how he just said he couldn't think of something to say, so he just went, "Ah."
What was that movie I was watching this morning? Thor!
Dude, I'm pretty sure Leviathan doesn't, like, enter
Captain
people's bodies
America.
and then just say, "Ah." Ah, thinking of something really scary to say. He's like, I bet you, yeah, he's just going to go through the Marvel cast. He's like,
That's what's on his wall.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, but not the sequel. Want the like the original, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I thought it was pretty good.
Holy shit! Oh God! It doesn't matter. I am me.
Ow!
Does?
Did you say boy?
It doesn't matter.
Just any of them, they're all bad.
I am me. That was pretty deep.
Yep.
But,
Out of the mouth!
Yeah.
Ow!
what he looks like is who's that kid from Superbad, the movie?
Yeah,
fat
I was
Jewish kid?
thinking that. What's his name? Joe?
The-
Jonah something.
Hart?
Joan of Arc. Jonah. It's not Hart. Jonah. It's more. It's got to be more Jewy than
Jump
that.
Street as well, wasn't it? I watched this literally
It's
yesterday.
Somebody will say
Okay,
it.
hold on.
in
The
China.
chat knows it. Yeah, Jonah Jew. No,
They're
I
only
feel that'd be
slightly
too obvious.
It's a little bit.
Okay. No, that's okay. He does look like him though. He looks like the love child of.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like the love child of
Right
Nicolas
now.
Cage, Jonah, and a bee. And a bee sting. Go ahead.
Jonah Hill.
Oh, damn it.
Hillstein. It's the original name.
Thank you, Lord. Fill him head to
Not kidding.
toe. Fill him head to
Oh,
toe.
apparently it's over.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
We thank you
Look.
for your work in
How did
his
Chris
soul.
know that, though?
We ask you to break
see,
every
Chris is
stronghold by
declaring
the
it's
blood
over.
of Jesus Christ. No rest,
Now he's playing along.
no rest for you from here forth. In
Oh,
Jesus
that's a
Christ's
dog snap.
Go away.
Dogs.
You have
Fuck, get
to
rid.
never return to this temple. Every demon flying around this temple, you cannot return.
He's
By the
totally
blood
In
of
the middle of
Jesus
an
Christ.
exorcism
while he's
right
doing an
now.
exorcism.
And we thank you, God, that you fill him with the Holy Spirit and fire. That you give darkness no place in his
Oh my
flesh.
God.
This is the least professional exorcism I've ever seen.
We thank you, Lord.
But you know what though? Maybe in the original Exorcism, those guys didn't have cell phones, but if they did, they would have probably been like glancing down.
Yeah,
at
they'll
them.
just call it in. Yeah.
Yeah. That was before the internet, man. Those
Yeah,
guys
like
had to
the-
just focus on what they were doing.
Yeah, like the Exorcism when she's like throwing up and putting the crucifix in her vagina and stuff. If you're on Skype, I mean, it's like, yeah, all right, get it out. And she's trying to throw up on you and stuff. It's like, I'm on the phone, dude.
Videoed it.
You're not going to get me.
YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that tongue. Jimmy Dore style.
He's tired now. Let's take it out of him, man. That would take it out of anybody.
Probably never moved that much.
Honestly, when I saw stuff like that, when I was a whole bunch of people just doing stuff.
There is a whole bunch of
I
people doing
literally
stuff.
could not move my hands. I could not speak. It's hard
Yeah,
for me
what
to
is this
speak
with his
even
tongue?
as it is right now.
Dude,
Like my jaw is
This is
still
like
twitching
a
up,
really
my
low
face is
frame
still
rate on
twitching
this.
up really bad.
You have to continue
that's fine.
turning from
That's
your
just fine.
sin. I want you to call back in 1 month. Have you been reading the Bible?
Yeah, I've been reading
Oh, a booty call.
Just won't quit.
I read it every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've stopped
Fresh
watching
is back.
TV. I actually got rid of it. I've stopped
Hung
doing
up on
all the other sinful things. It's really just the lust that keeps on coming back.
Hold on, pause this. I love the fact that he's talking about lust and how to like overcome it. Meanwhile, his booty call is like calling in. It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
She's like, motherfucker, did you just tell me to hold on? What does he think I am? God damn it.
Bitch.
That could be some exorcism emergency.
It could.
Doubtful.
And then my smoking stuff that keeps on coming back.
All right.
Really trying to stop though.
Stop.
I love that way he framed that. My smoking stuff keeps coming back. Take all the onus off himself. Right. It just magically. It's like when I go into a convenience store, it's almost like Luke Skywalker where the cigarettes just like float to my hand. It's just like the force.
I tripped and fell and a cigarette landed in my mouth.
Stop it today. Stop it right now. Don't go back
I'm with
to
Chris
it
on this.
even once. This is what you're
One more
dealing
time.
with.
Just one more.
Know that when you do these things, you're giving those demons that came out of you today the right to enter you
Awesome.
7 times worse. Not according
Enter-
to me, according to Jesus Christ. I don't make up the rules.
Tongue.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're
One
saying.
more cigarette, according to the Bible, can have demons coming
Ew.
back in.
Look at him. He's like licking himself.
I
Invest
feel
in a
like one
comb.
time that I saw that I was looking at my cigarette, I could have sworn I just saw like demons just pumping in and out of it, just swirling around it.
That was a
I
camel.
believe that that's true. All right, brother, are you
I
reading
don't.
the word?
I don't believe-
Yes, I am.
Do you understand it?
I've asked God for
No, not really.
understanding, and I believe He has given it to me.
Are you focusing on the New Testament right now?
Keeping it old school.
Well, what I have is I have this certain Bible that has Genesis, or well, not Genesis, but the Old
The other
Testament
one.
and the New
Deuteronomy.
Testament.
The other
Proverbs,
thing.
one at a time, pretty much.
All Leviticus all the
And I
time,
read it
dude.
like that.
All right, you need to get into the New Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John,
Yeah.
all the way to Jude for now.
Jew.
Wow.
Newer's better.
The old,
Way better.
the Old Testament is not where you need
Flows
to be
better.
right now.
Yeah.
See that? And by the way, right there, that's the mentality. That's why Christians are better than Muslims. Because they say shit like that.
Just dump all the bad shit.
It's like
on this.
it's like they're like, look, you don't want to deal with Muhammad when he's in Mecca. You want the Medina Muhammad, or whatever. Is that the right direction?
Yeah, that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Nah, they were both
We need a
bad,
movement.
though.
Yeah. How funny is it that Chris Lasala is an upgrade from Muslims? Like
Yeah.
a guy who's willing to focus on the hippie Jesus.
Your most extreme
Fuck.
Christian isn't as bad as your average Muslim.
Yep.
Can I point you in the direction of the abortion clinic bombings? How dare you?
There was a live stream with Atheist Experience today, right?
Oh, somebody was talking about.
Yeah, I
should
heard
flood-
that. Was it Dillahunt who was on, and he was talking about Islam, and apparently he got it somewhat right. That's all I heard. I caught it briefly in the chat. That was it.
He's been practicing for a debate with a Muslim for like 2
Who?
years now. Matt Dillahunty.
Has he been going to the Islamic Center of Islam?
It's a tricky place to find.
Yeah.
You can only be told. You can't find it on the map.
I had no idea that Austin was so central to the faith, but yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
Are we continuing this?
Yeah, we're home at the end. We're a
I'm
minute
wondering
left.
where this can go, though.
Makes more sense. I feel a lot
This is
more
small
when I
talk
read
now.
the New Testament parts. I really do. But there was also one more thing that I thought that was kind of weird. The day that I
Uh-oh.
messaged you and stuff and called you and everything, right? I figured out that
Was it an omen from God?
of course,
What do you think it's going to be? Take guesses. I have no idea.
He dreamt of calling somebody or talking to somebody face to face, and he felt that this would be happening anyway. It's going to be something really lame like that. Basically, just describing what he just did
I think it's going to be
in retrospect.
he lost his cigarettes, or he something happened.
Something
with his
really
cigarettes.
banal. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
the power of Christ compelled him. I think.
Could be.
Oh, it always does.
Cannon, Texas. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's in
Well,
Texas.
my friend, that day, we were talking about, God and stuff and all that. And he was like, hey, man, do you want to come and meet out my family over in Corsicana? Not this Thursday, but the next one.
Jesus Christ, that's
Which
not
I
too far
thought
from me.
was very...
Same city? Same city. There's no explanation for that, people at home, aside from divine intervention. I love that. I was talking to my friend about God stuff. Anthony, can you imagine me calling you up and I'm like, hey, Anthony, how's it going? Yeah, I just wanted to chat about God and stuff. Just how's that going with you?
If I had a conversation with somebody at work, and I had a conversation with somebody at work yesterday about God, right? Irrelevant. But if I had a conversation with somebody about God, and the next line was, "Do you want to come and meet my family this weekend?" I'd be like, "No,
I think
I'm
we
good.
moved a bit
Thanks."
too fast.
Yeah, back off, big fella, because I'm good.
Talk about football and stuff. I get that, but not God and stuff. That's
Yeah, just Jesus Christ.
play this.
I do when I get drunk, though. I start talking about atheism. Try and
You want to get drunk and do a hangout? I think that's been done before. We could do that. Drunk hangout.
I do it every single time.
Yeah.
Very enlightening.
All the other shows
very
do it.
strange or weird, I guess you could say.
Well, if you're in the area, stop by. I believe your deliverance is not done, but I believe
Yeah,
that
imagine
you're
he knocks
truly
on his
blessed
door.
today with
Hold
some
on.
deliverance.
Considering the fact that your tongue is 2 inches outside of your mouth right now, while we're having to have a conversation, I'm guessing that there's some other demons residing. I think that Leviathan is still in the wet place, if we're going to be honest. He's like, and
Imagine if this
here's
guy
a-
turned to find out where Chris LaSala lived, knocked on his
Yeah.
door.
Just
I'm
like-
busy. Fuck off.
Here's a little peek behind the curtain of how I operate. I was the one that told you that this exorcism was over and that your demon was out, just randomly because I'm sick of you, because my booty call is calling me. So just that little heads up on that. So we're probably going to have to do a couple sessions here.
Deliverance, okay?
Thank you, sir.
And no one's
Sure.
deliverance is done. And I think it's important that everyone needs to know that they have to walk it out until the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, by
I
the
know
way,
what you
this-
mean.
Pause. This guy totally looks like he comes from like Northeast, like Jersey guy. Like,
Oh, yeah, gets no sun
Joe,
whatsoever.
if Joe had like a weekly poker game, this is the guy that's in that poker game. This is Hey Joe, how's it going? How's the car dealership doing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had a good exorcism this week. Leviathan was chilling in a wet place.
He's
you know,
going away when he got dry.
Same old.
All right.
Fire head to toe. You know the routine. Look at that tongue. Look at the tongue is back. That guy. Is he hungry?
Oh, fuck.
All right, so
Tasting
give me
the
a
air.
call.
All right, I will.
Again.
All
Thank
right,
you for
bro.
your time.
Icky.
Icky.
For sure. Wait a minute. There's 10 more seconds after this. What could possibly happen? You've already said your goodbyes. Go ahead.
Yeah, good.
No
I'm excited.
problem.
Hey,
Like,
Donate on PayPal.
yeah.
it's
That
over.
was- That was really
I don't-
well. I mean, that's
Did you enjoy that,
fascinating.
chat? Did you enjoy that?
I enjoy that, man.
That
I don't
was
care if that's
fantastic.
my whole channel is going to be just Skype exorcisms from now on. Live commentary.
It's a lot more lighthearted.
Well,
I
we
mean-
can mix it up. I don't know.
How fun! Why don't we chase that guy down? If we figured out his name, he said his first 2 names. I could tweet him and then get him on a hangout and just like talk to him and be like, dude, what are you doing? Like try to talk some reason into him.
Yeah, we could do that. Like,
Or just marvel at his face.
like is like the PR. Like, she's the secretary of the group.
Am I? So I have every single job, is that what you say?
Yeah.
She's money penny.
She is. So I have basically every single job.
Actually,
Yeah,
she's more like Q because she has all the gadgets. She's all the tech behind all this.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a fucking clue. I want to give a big shout out to Leica, by the way, for sorting all this out.
Yeah, and when Leica presses the mouse that makes that much noise, you know
Yeah.
something's.
I'll
Just
be
demands
fixing the
attention.
mouse tomorrow, don't worry.
Don't you have like a touch? Are you on a laptop or a PC?
I'm on a PC,
Oh, okay.
big one.
You can't. I mean, I'm clicking like mad right now, and you can't hear a damn thing.
You're gonna have Chris exercise your mouse. Click,
No,
clock.
I'm getting an ergonomic mouse tomorrow.
Well, we've got we're coming up on 2 hours 50, but we'll do. Do you want to do one more?
Oh, you're a party pooper. Go ahead.
Well, hey, this can carry on. I've just got
do
things to do.
the
One of
1
us
minute.
can't
We've got
Yeah.
the 1 minute. We've already done the 1 minute one.
No, we haven't. Pope.
Pope
Francis.
Francis. Let's do that one, yeah.
Pause. Okay. First, I seriously, this might be petty, but I hate that color yellow. And AJ Plus, okay, this is Al Jazeera, and they highlight the text randomly, and they use yellow, and they do these weird things where like that comma is not
It's white.
yellow.
Yeah.
So like you had to go out of your way to make that white. And why? What is the point of that? Okay, that's annoying. But this music is also bizarre and strange. Like it sounds like American Beauty. Like the soundtrack from American Beauty, like almost like steel drums in the background. Just so bizarre to throw that under this. And why is the Pope on his knees and dealing with refugee feet? What is this trying to prove?
Don't ask me. Really don't ask me. I think it's fucking disgraceful.
Do you mean
This
why
is
is
cucking,
the
right?
Pope doing it, or why do they think it's a good thing?
Why does anybody do this? Yeah, I mean, this is...
The Pope's supposed to be doing this responsible for communication between religions, so he's doing a lot of stuff like kissing the Quran and talking about how connected Islam is to Jesus.
So, yeah, he's trying to be relevant. I get it, but like, how ridiculous is it that this guy's trying to pretend like has humility? Meanwhile, the Catholic Church owns like $10 trillion or something, and they're like the biggest bank in the world. It's not exactly like they're spreading out their funds to the poor of the world.
They're pretty backwards, I think, because like the Vatican City, I think that's the only place where women can't vote in the world right now.
Oh yeah.
So they are quite backwards.
Yeah, it's
so they've probably got a lot in
twisted.
common with Islam when you think about it.
I mean, I'm all for touching Hindu feet and Catholic feet, but a Muslim's foot? I mean, are you serious?
It's like rubbing his shit.
People have no standards. Go ahead. Yeah, I'd touch that foot. That guy looked like a rapper. Pause. It says this ritual of humility has roots in the Bible. Here are a few other things that have roots in the Bible that you might not want to do on live TV. I mean, oh, look at those feet. They've seen better days. Yeah. That looks like an elephant foot. Look at that skin. I mean, talk about moisturizer, aisle 2, ASAP. What is going on there?
Sorry. Do you want me to play again?
I do.
Okay.
Pause. Can you go back to that seating arrangement? Doesn't that look like 6 outhouses right next to each other?
Like it's just taking
those are not chairs. That would actually be appropriate. I mean, it seems just as significant or symbolic as anything else that's happening here. And look who's in the crowd. A lot of blacks in the crowd. Where are they?
And why are AJ covering this, by the way?
Because it's a pro-Muslim, pro-refugee.
Oh, of course. Yes. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a fuck white people, because the white people are sort of cucking right here. Let me cater to your feet. I mean, what is that? And also, it means something in the Muslim world, whereas the Christians, they're not that hung up on feet. The Muslims, it's like the biggest deal in the world, feet.
Yeah, they're like the dirtiest thing, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
like the feet are like the dirtiest thing on the body, or because if you throw a shoe at somebody, it's like a total insult, right?
Yeah, Leica wasn't that Muslim. She was Muslim, but she was on.
She's not like that Muslim, yeah.
No.
This is the only time I've seen a camera guy in a tuxedo, and it looks like a penguin.
Yeah, the camera guy was overdressed for the event.
Slightly.
Yeah, Leica was like
pompous.
She was Muslim. She was Muslim enough to like have Allahu Akbar as her password, but she's not going to go around throwing shoes at people.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, he cried it. Brilliant.
Dietro col gesto ci sono i fabbricatori, i trafficanti delle armi che vogliono.
What gesture?
All right, so let's blame.
I mean, look at this.
People who make the guns.
Yeah, but here, this is an absurd point from the Pope. I mean, is he really going to talk about like? He's not even talking about gun control. He's talking about chastising the gun makers and saying they have a bloodlust. No, they don't. They're capitalists. They're not like excited about the fact that innocent people were murdered with their guns.
Grab
This
your
is just a
C2
this is a
passages.
stretch, man. And I'm anti-gun, but this is a bullshit anti-gun argument right here. The only thing to talk about now is the people that used, and first of all, there were no guns used in this event. The most recent event was bombs.
Yep.
So, what is this?
Fuck
you.
They did have guns.
This-
I just
I mean-
don't think they shot anybody. But
Yeah, and the bombs were probably made out of like cow shit. This is like blaming the cows right now.
I think
I love how it's like a gold encrusted podium from this humble guy.
in front of the refugees, the poor refugees.
Looks like a butt plug on each end of that podium. Not that I know anything about that. I think I know that model too.
Oh yeah, is it the 208?
I'd touch her foot. I'd fuck that foot. Would you guys? She looks like weird. That's a weird mix. That's like
That's like
I want to
Maui.
say like
That's like
Mongolian
Hawaiian.
plus Samoan.
Yeah,
it's
Samoan.
like
Yeah,
I would
Mongolian
say
and Samoan mix.
Indonesian mixed with black.
that very flat face. You know.
I'd say just pure Scottish.
People keep saying it to me since I started
Glaswegian.
doing these hangouts. Like, your face is so flat.
You could just throw this girl right into Braveheart and nobody would blink an eye.
Leica's what? Leica's face is so flat.
Yeah, the comments
say
on the
that.
video just keep you like your face is so flat. And people keep messaging me like, whoa, your face is like flat.
Leica, when I look at you on Skype, why can't I see your actual video going on Skype?
Because that it's the setup that I have, that I've organised it in a very unique way.
Organized way. Okay.
I'm looking at Anthony this entire time.
Sorry.
Happening. Doing
I watched that the other day. It went up on your archive. I watched that again.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Bootylicious.
Non la pace, che vogliono la guerra, non la
Now,
fratellanza.
if he didn't speak Italian, if he spoke like in a Yorkshire accent, would he come across just as well? Do you think?
Wait a minute, how does he know Italian? Is that not? He's Argentinian. Why is he not speaking Spanish?
No, he's not Vatican. He has to speak Italian.
Yeah, but
when you go to
what is he, multilingual?
priest school,
Yeah, of course he is.
my priest
Why?
spoke Latin and Greek.
You're a priest? How many religions do you belong to? Jesus Christ.
Fucking Catholic now. Jesus Christ.
She's like, when I was studying the Torah, my rabbi was one of the best.
Give the best bar mitzvah I've ever seen.
Yeah, you could pull off a bindi though, a little dot on the
Oh yeah,
forehead.
definitely. So
You
next
wear that next time?
next show, bindi and a bikini,
Bindi and
a burqa. Yeah,
burqa bindi combo,
yep. Serious like it, you better bindi and a burqa.
and then sexy nurse next week.
Yeah. If the ratings drop.
Is this
Awesome.
video over? Or we continue?
Yeah, that's it.
Share this,
Yeah.
AJ Plus.
Rate and subscribe.
Yeah. They are pumping out absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
I should go check in on them more often. I don't.
No, I don't either. I used to follow them on Twitter, but it just annoys me. It aggravates me too much to. It's like I refollowed the Young Turks. And if anybody follows the Young Turks, they go, yeah, we know this. But if you don't follow the Young Turks on YouTube, seriously, follow them for a day and you'll see how much shit that they pump out. It is non-fucking stop. Non-stop.
You know where I stand on them.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny. Somebody was like, they were liking this 40-minute video I did against Cenk, and they're like, "Look, I like how you make videos about other things and you rip into other people, but there's nothing like you going after Cenk. Just good old-fashioned you versus Cenk curb stomping." It's like they're like, "That's your groove, man," and I could see it. I mean, I am comfortable ripping that man apart.
Yeah, but you diversify too.
I try. Now we have one video left.
We do. Now, this is one that I kind of looked at, and this is a guy that's driving in his car, and he's disagreeing with Paul Joseph Watson, Prison
He's got
Planet.
a huge channel. Hundreds
Not
of
this
thousands of subs.
Oh, yeah, he's got like 330,000 subs.
Playing for you guys?
Yeah, it's starting to do that. Yeah, it's not. It could be shit. I've never seen the guy before. I just pause.
It was doing that thing.
We had a freak out.
If you listen to the first part of it, he doesn't sound like he's totally off point. But then the fact that he wants to disagree with Paul Joseph Watson on Islam sort of got my radar going. Now, he could end up being really on point. I have no idea.
Wait a minute.
I haven't seen the whole
So
video.
let's review. A guy takes issue with a guy from InfoWars, and that triggers you.
Only on Islam.
Yeah, Paul Joseph Watson is
Okay.
really correct most of the time.
He is. It's like people saying that Stefan Molyneux is a complete quack.
Yeah, but
When he's
most of the
absolutely,
time he's
completely on point. Yeah, he is. He is right.
Well,
He's a bit off on
I'm not with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Not with him politically. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
But you like
And when it comes to like government, like governmental systems and stuff, he I don't know. Maybe he's completely right.
no.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's
I don't.
vertical.
It seems really weird. It seems like some of his thoughts are completely out there. But when it comes to things tangible like Islam and what we should be doing about it, he's as on point as Devon is.
I challenge that. I wish this
Only
guy
because
would
I just
turn-
made that statement, Devon. That's the only reason why you're
Yeah.
against that. Yeah.
I wish this guy would turn his camera on the side.
Yeah, I know.
Have we not gone past that?
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. You're catching me a little.
But is he pretending that he actually has his own brand, like alternative media TV?
He kind of does. I mean, he kind of does in the respect that he has 1/3 subs.
But he can't turn his phone sideways.
I guess that's the way that his Dash phone holder holds it, and he couldn't figure out how to twist it to landscape. You know, I went to an Apple Masters training the other day, right? And the first thing they told us when it comes to like anything, if you're going to take a picture or take a video, do it landscape, please. That's the way that it was meant to be.
We got the senior citizens one?
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Casual today. I'm running some personal errands. All good
Who
things,
cares?
but I am a little
Tampon
tired.
run.
But I still wanted to comment on the Brussels, Belgium terror attacks. Obviously, a very, very big story, and really a continuation of the gross and overt terrorism that we've seen
Racist.
over not just the past couple of months, but over the past several years.
Now, his actual look, right? The baseball cap, the glasses, and the beard, immediately sort of trigger me, thinking that this guy's going to be some kind of hipster.
A Christian hipster is the vibe I get.
I don't think he's a Christian.
Well, where's he? He looks like he's in California.
How
Palm trees in the
can you
back.
tell that?
Oh, palm trees and blue sky, and no high buildings.
It could be in Florida.
A lot of wide open space. Andy's in a car.
Could be in Florida.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be in Louisiana.
No way. No black people on the street.
Looking through the back window of his fucking car.
I'm checking out the demographic. I'm all about the backgrounds, man. You know that. I could tell if a policeman came in here and told me to do a sketch of Steve Shives' apartment. I could do it.
I know
I could
exactly
pick
what
it
you start with. You start with the blue broom.
I could pick it out of a lineup. Marilyn Monroe poster with her left tit exposed. Go on.
As a direct consequence of Europe and the United States opening up its borders. Of course, all of this pre-planned, all of this engineered by the elites to destabilize the penetrated countries. This is what I don't...
Quick pause. America has not opened up its borders. What is he talking about? Europe has. America hasn't. It's hard to get to America. You know that. Why is this is like fear-mongering. So it's like, oh, they're flooding around, Muslims going everywhere. Oh, shit, they might come to America. No, they're not. They're not coming to America.
Yeah, and I have to say, I haven't seen all this video. I don't know if we're going to be... It says only 7 minutes long, but he starts to then go into why he disagrees with Paul Joseph Watson about that.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't see a lot of people talking about. Instead, and I normally don't call people out, but I am in today's video, Paul Joseph Watson of Infowars.com, who I like a lot. In fact, I'd like to have him on our show. Maybe we can do an interview. Maybe we can actually debate each other in an upcoming vid or something like that. Do like his work, but I'm going to call you out, Paul. Mr. Joseph Watson. Basically, his video today was that basically making the claim that all Muslims are radical.
I don't even believe that
Not all.
for a second. Strawman.
No, he doesn't say that, and he doesn't say that either.
No, he's not stupid. And from what I've heard him say so far, that's not something he would say.
But then again, you'd have to define what radical means.
Yeah. If
What is a radical Muslim? I mean, just somebody who believes in the Quran? Or was that
Exactly.
a normal Muslim?
I'll tell you the problem with that. The problem is words matter. They mean things, and radical doesn't mean anything unless you have context to it. So if I said a guy's a radical surfer, and in fact, that's the word they would use when a guy does well at surfing. They're like, "Oh, a radical lipper by Tommy Curran." Like it's an expression.
What?
But Islam is not like Christianity. So if I said radical Islam, that means something totally different than radical anything else. So you really have to define what you literally mean by that.
And I think he is in California, Devon, because he seems to be going past the GoDaddy. I think it says GoDaddy.
Yeah, it does.
GoDaddy's all over the world.
Yeah, but that's like their headquarters, which has got to be in California.
Silicon Valley, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that
It's a
the
great TV show, by the
Muslim
way. You guys should check it
faith
out.
basically is just directly linked to terrorism. Just a blanket statement that, again, all Muslims are radicals. And all
Hold on, pause.
Muslims...
Pause. I mean, this is so stupid, and you guys all know what needs to be said here, but why would somebody throw a softball to themselves like this that nobody ever says?
And then argue with his own straw man,
Yeah,
basically.
Why not
he's
Paul Joseph Watson saying that in the video? Like a clip of him actually saying that. Wouldn't that just
He's
be
driving.
easy? No,
He's driving.
I don't mean post-edit the video.
I'm joking.
Okay, but
No, you're not.
it's just like taking something that nobody's saying. It would be like, hey, I talked to my friend the other day. They're out in Norway, and they said, "Oh God, I'm freezing to death." But really, I don't think he was freezing to death, and so I think it's an exaggeration to like. And it's like, God damn it! Why does he feel the need to explain to us that not all Muslims are anything? Like, is that really what he's bringing to the table? And again, so I'm just every time I hear a not all argument, I just think to myself, this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
But he goes on. But let's hear it.
propel hate and violence. Now look, I'm not Muslim. I'm not necessarily defending the Muslim faith. But I think it's important to note that there's radical elements of Islam. There's radical people, members of the Muslim faith, perpetrating these attacks.
Yeah.
It's not some kind of blanketed thing.
Look at him driving around fucking California. Driving around
Talking about
California
Muslims.
on a sunny morning day, talking about Islam. I bet he's
Yeah,
never
it's
met a
ridiculous.
Muslim in his fucking life.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There are more radical parts of Islam and more radical Muslims than the other radical Muslims. The spectrums are different. It's not just this binary thing. There are the radicals and the moderate. No. So if somebody is not killing anybody, but they believe that you should be killed for apostasy or that Sharia is a good idea, that's a radical. Like, here's my question to everybody. The Pew study said that 1.2 billion Muslims are in favor of Sharia law. In my mind, that's radical. Yeah. Okay, in anybody's mind, that should be considered a radical position to take. And that is the majority of Muslims. So I don't know, these words make them feel better. Like, people get all this glowy feeling if you say, moderate Muslim. They think, oh, okay, that's a non-problem there. It's like, no, what do you even know what that means? Go ask them what they think about women and Jews.
Yeah, but to start off on just anything, just the belief alone it's not good. It's not
Yes,
something
I think,
positive.
God belief is radical as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's not
Delusional.
it's not like I don't have, I have major problems with the most moderate Muslim you could find. I have a major problem with that guy.
Imagine.
And I just have even more of a problem with the violent ones and the more extreme ones. That's all.
Yeah. It's a problem you need to really...
I just love the fact, I'm not Muslim. I'm not trying to defend Muslims, but
yeah, there's always
let me defend Muslims, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can make the same argument of Christians. I could make the same...
Oh, Jesus, pause.
Does he think that we care when
So-
we're not... Sorry.
I mean, so let's look at the DNA of this argument he's given so far. Not all Muslims are anything, okay? I'm not here to defend Muslims, but they're not all radical. And then let's talk about Christianity. Why? What? I mean, you guys have all heard me say this, but just notice every time. It should be ringing in your head the same way that the Skype exorcist landline was ringing. Just be like, ring, like, we got a Christian reference. Okay, here we go. So this is a false equivalence. He's trying to make a point here. Let's hear him out.
Argument just doesn't work on atheists. And it shouldn't... It has no ground with Christians either.
Yeah, he's trying to stifle. These arguments are they're designed for Christians, and that's the only way it would have a chance at working. Is if you thought, oh yeah, there are some extreme people in my religion too. Maybe I should shut up about criticizing others.
It's trying to guilt
Of any religion, faith, creed, I can make the same argument of atheists.
No, you
No, you can't.
So quite...
No, you cannot.
No, you
No, you
literally
cannot.
could not.
I
Is this
challenge
guy
you
an
to make
atheist? I wonder if he's an atheist or not.
I'm not sure he knows.
He could.
He might
He
be.
looks like he could be like a funky Christian guy, or just a hipster atheist guy. Could be one or the other. I think.
But do any of you want to tackle a shorthand version of why you cannot make that argument with atheists?
Because there's no doctrine of atheism telling you to do anything.
Yep. Exactly. And so to say you're a radical atheist means you radically don't believe in theism. It just doesn't mean anything. Stupid. Non sequitur.
Frankly, I think it's bullshit, Paul Joseph Watson. I'd love to debate you, clean myself up a little bit here. You know, get my beard a little tighter. I'll put on my collar.
Read a book.
We'll get you on the show. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I think it would actually be a very good debate. Because I think the country is experiencing this intense, divisive rhetoric right now. And it's coming from these events of trans.
Okay. First of all, a debate between him and Paul Joseph, whatever, would not go well. If you have a choice in the matter, and it's between a guy with an American accent and a British accent, always go with the British accent.
Yep.
You know you're on the right side with that, and everybody in the chat knows that to be true.
Yep. I have proof.
Secondarily, I like this talk, this like hippy dippy talk about we have some divisive rhetoric. Now, I'm sure he's referencing the Trump shit and the Republicans, and there is some divisive rhetoric, but there's nothing wrong with being divisive in general. That's the whole point. The whole point is we want to divide from these people. Okay? Like, I'm sorry to burst everybody's bubble, but there are good reasons to divide. Like, people get on this high horse of, oh, you're trying to do in-group, out-group. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
But it's also not
Okay,
us
like-
as well at the same time. It's them. It's them that don't want to associate with the infidel. It's them that don't want to integrate.
And I'm not saying Majid is part of the out-group. I'm saying Kirk Cameron's part of my in-group. Okay? Majid and Kirk Cameron are my in-group. I'm saying Islamists and jihadists. Can we start there? They're the out-group. Can we be divisive about those people? Fucking hell. Pussies, man. Go ahead.
Empire, these horrible, tragic events. And I'm not ignoring that. And I'm also not ignoring that there's not radical terrorist elements a part of these religions and a part of the Muslim faith specifically. But again, these are radical jihadists. And what we should really be talking about...
Pause. Radical jihadists. There it was again. Hillary Clinton said it. Radical jihadists. What other kind of jihadists?
Just jihadists. What does it have to have the prefix of radical?
Of course. But I love the fact that he's going to give ground on that. He said, look, I'm willing to admit that there is such a thing as totally insane Muslim people. Thanks.
Oh, woohoo.
Wow, he threw us that bone. Thank you.
Wearing his Under Armour t-shirt, driving his brand new vehicle through California. Thanks, pal.
Come to Europe.
Isn't faith, isn't creed, isn't creating more division among ourselves. We should be more focused, honestly, on the border. We should be more focused on the George Soros.
This is the stupidest segue I've ever heard in my life. The guy that just... Wait a minute.
So he's a Trump supporter, I guess.
Yes, of course. But listen to how pristine that logic was. I'm against divisive rhetoric. Or divisive, sorry, I always say that. Divisive rhetoric, right? Okay.
Useless.
But, you know what I'm in favor for? An actual division. A wall, a friggin' physical wall to be dividing two groups of people for no goddamn
Something
reason.
physically divisive, not mentally divisive, yeah.
But it says a lot about a guy because he just doesn't want to sound like a bigot. He just wants to be a bigot. You know, just actually build walls. Don't talk about building walls.
So this is a guy that doesn't like Mexicans then? It's fine with Muslims because he's never met one.
And
lots
you know
of
what?
Mexicans.
And yes, exactly. So if you're in California, guess what you know about? You know about Mexicans taking over your culture. You know about them, you know, clogging up the streets and, you know, 10 of them in the backseat of a truck.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yes. But he doesn't know about Muslims, so sure. What's the big deal with the Muslims? Let's be, you know, make your language about Muslims more flowery, please, while I drive around California. Son of a bitch. Yeah, like for me right now in Germany, you know what my stance on Mexicans are? Fuck them. Let them live. Just, you know, don't be so... Who has a problem with Mexicans here? I wish we had Mexicans here. Man, I miss the Mexican food. We have shit Mexican food. That's a secret. You travel to Europe, don't think that you're going to find any good Mexican food.
No,
There's not any. And some people try, and it's just bizarre. It's just not even anywhere near as good. Good.
and I think Paul Joseph Watson would probably agree with me, I'm assuming, that pre-engineered, pre-planned crisis that has been used as a stepping stone in what we have later seen proven through these subsequent terrorist attacks, whether or not it was in Paris recently, or it's been in the United States, or it's been in Brussels, Belgium, at the airport, the metro station, killing, I think, some 30-odd people, gross injuries, again, all very tragic.
Why does he? Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute.
So you can tell this guy's a bigot. Why does he call them odd? He doesn't know these people. There's no way he could know that they're odd. They could have been normal people that died that day.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so 30 odd. That's like a British expression, isn't it?
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
means
you guys-
like 30 plus under 40.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I don't think. I'm not sure this guy has a point, though. I don't think he's really calling out.
Well,
I think he's just.
I don't know. Do you get to the stage when you've got like 300,000 subs that you just think, I'm just going to put the
Yeah,
phone, I'm
honestly.
going to set the phone up in my car. I need to drive over to my girlfriend's house. I'm just going to record a video. I'm just going to freestyle it. I'm just going to speak my mind. I'm just going to, that's just what I want to do right now. That's what I feel like I need to do right now.
You know what it is? There's a pressure to deliver content. So if you're somebody that has a few ideas you want to get off your chest, you make those videos, and now what? Now you have an audience. Now they're like, yeah, do more. And you're like, I don't have more. Like, okay, well then just take your camera with you in your car and tell us about Mexicans and Muslims. I don't know. Keep talking.
Have some kind of blanket statement around it that, the Muslim faith is completely evil, that we're just at war, a blanket war against Muslim, I think is falling directly in line with the propaganda campaign that our government, that our leaders.
I sincerely doubt Paul Joseph said we're in a war with Islam.
No.
I doubt he said that.
Then it would be in this video. That would be the perfect place to put it.
And I like the fact that he says, you can't just say this blanket statement like Islam is evil. Yes, I can. What do you mean? I can clearly say that. What is he talking about, like cherry picking a verse and be like, this verse isn't evil? Like, yeah, okay. In its entirety, that entire religion, and religion in general, is evil. I mean, what is this? All I'm hearing is a guy saying, stop being critical. Don't cause a fuss. Just stop rocking the boat, man.
I want to know if he's religious or not. I want to know if he's an atheist. I'll have to look at his channel.
Yeah.
Do I need to put the links to all these videos in the description box?
I can send
you. Screw it.
No, I can't be bothered.
Just put them in the be professional.
Obama want us to believe. Donald Trump, I'm asked this a lot. People ask me, Christopher, why is Donald Trump at war with Muslims? Well, I think he should be at war. If he hasn't rephrased this yet, he should. He's at war, or he should be. He has to say this, has to come out of his own mouth. He should be at war with radical terrorists, radical Muslims, and radicals among the faith. Just like there's radical Christians. Okay? Just like there's
radical Christians.
Just like
radical
Trump
Jews.
has never said he's at war with Muslims.
No.
He's never said that.
Now, this is really weird, right? Because I'm
defending Trump now.
I saw the first minute and a half of this video. So this is all new to me. So I find it kind of indicative, I guess, of how you can suss somebody out so quickly with potentially just one word that they decide to use. The choice of words early on.
Nuance.
The N word again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, blanket. He said blanket 4 times already.
How long have you been in the
Not
dark
all.
for?
Huh?
Anthony, you've got all dark. You turned the light off.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
There's no light in your room.
I can see myself on Skype.
I know.
No, but the light, the physical light.
Well, yeah, the sun's gone down. What do you want me to do about it? Call Jesus and get him to... Fuck Christ. I mean,
there's radical
literally.
atheists. In fact, some of the atheists I know are some of the
Okay,
most
he's not an
dogmatic
atheist.
people I've ever met in my life. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. I'm serious.
No, he's not.
Dogmatic?
Atheism is a religion.
This guy, right?
He's not an atheist.
Pause. So this guy, Leica and Devon, he's like the guy that I used to work with. He's just like this guy. The guy that lives in Seattle. He's a gay guy, came out gay, and he's like maybe 35 years old now, but he came out gay like officially maybe 5 years ago. So he lived the first 30 years of his life as a, I don't know, as a lie or whatever, closet guy. And then now he's come out as gay. Now he's all ultra confident and he's ultra fucking liberal.
Yeah, because
Lives in Seattle, never met a Muslim in his life, and thinks I'm, what did he say I was? Secular extremist. Secular extremist. Can you believe that? I've never even heard that expression. So I tried to get this guy on this podcast, by the way, everybody who's listening. And I'm still hoping, he hasn't come back to me yet. I contacted him on Facebook. And I'm hoping that he comes back to me because we want to have a conversation with this guy.
Do you want me to get
this is based on what I've posted on Facebook, which is very little. I don't really use Facebook that much. I might post the occasional Devon video and stuff.
Lucky you didn't.
So I'm hoping he comes
I'd like to see him complain about you being a secular extremist while he's being tossed off a building. This is just a retarded argument. We're dogmatic. Yeah, what is that? It's no. I mean, once again, this is just they use these inverse. Yeah, it's just this projection, like just classic projection. Just 101. But let's hear his point.
Come on. To a lot of people, and I know that will open up some debate. A lot of people probably disagree with me on that. I think what we should really be talking about right now, and we should be bringing people together, we should be fighting terrorism, but more importantly, we should be closing our freaking, and I want to drop the F-bomb right now, our freaking borders.
Frickin' is an F-bomb.
Ooh, be careful, man.
You know he's a Christian now if he thinks frickin' is an F-bomb. No, we shouldn't be closing our borders. That's so stupid. God, how could he have bought into that propaganda? What a colossal waste of time.
We already have closed borders. I don't know what people are going on about. You cannot just fly. You can buy a ticket and fly into America on a tourist visa and stay there if you want, right?
Yes.
And eventually, if you're living in the wrong town or doing the wrong job, you'll get ICE turning up, which is the Immigration and Customs Excise people, to deport you. Eventually. But you could have been living there for 10 or 15 years.
Not to mention this technology called tunneling. I mean, there's other ways around this problem, and you could have a 1,000-foot wall and people still just come in legally and overstay their visas.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, what he's really saying is, I just want to get this place more white. I don't like the immigrants here, and it's too late. There are so many non-white people in the country that are breeding so much faster that by the year 2017 we're going to be 2% of the country.
Who's saying they want the?
But nobody cares about Mexicans. Nobody really cares about Mexicans anymore. I mean, I do. I've never cared about Mexicans.
If he's going to be a president, he's got to be against crimes like illegal immigration. But there's no president that's pro
against it. Yeah, our policy is against it. Yeah, we're against jaywalking too.
The problem of it being stated. I don't see the wall ever happening.
It's just funny to me. Like, you realize how big the country is? Like, you're looking at 350 million people around there. Okay, and they're talking about they're acting like we're living in a small village and we're just being flooded by barbarians. It's like, that's a big ass country. So I just don't get it. And not to mention the Mexicans aren't even coming anyway. There's no immigration at all. They're sick of it.
Okay, because all of this is a part of a pre-planned, pre-engineered crisis by the likes of George Soros and others to destabilize the...
Oh, he's a Republican idiot. Talk about a pre-made crisis. That's the Mexican issue. Nobody cares about Mexicans. Dan is a Mexican. Is Dan is a threat to our existence?
Yeah.
No. Harmless.
Oh, no, he's not. Sorry, no, he's not.
No.
Dan's awesome.
I like that. You went with your instinct, though, and I appreciate that.
No.
Host nations. This is what's happening in Europe. This is what's happening in the United States.
No, it's not happening.
Fuck does he know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When
do you think the last time this guy was in Europe? If ever?
Probably 15 years ago when he was at school.
Yeah, he's like, I'm catching a red eye.
He went to France or Belgium or something.
So he would have went to a tour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he took a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower and then he went home.
And now he's a European traveler.
He has no idea what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's weird, though, man. You see acts of terror in Europe and you see immigration issues in Europe, and people in America think, I should use the fear and anger and my reaction to those events and apply it locally, even though it doesn't apply at all.
Yeah.
Fuck the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Ended and engineered just like the 2008-2009 financial crisis, largest transfer of wealth in history, just like September 11th, just like the Patriot Act, just like the mass surveillance state we have here in the United States of America, etc. Let's focus on the borders.
So all those things
let's focus on radical jihadists. And honestly, let's bring people together.
Not just regular jihadists.
I'm tired of the separation.
I wonder where radical jihadists come from. Do they go to their own mosques?
Yep.
Or maybe they come from the religious community of just Muslims in general.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of how
No,
that
it's
works.
got nothing to do with Muslims, dude.
Shit.
Listen to the guy. Listen and learn.
Tired
Devin, come on.
of those that even I support people like Donald Trump. I don't think he's a perfect candidate, but I do think
Really?
There we
he's
go.
America's best shot, which is also telling us something right now, folks.
Oh.
Our best shot of swinging that pendulum
shot at
back
what?
from
Suicide?
the liberalized
Pendulum?
policies of the last two.
He's the best shot at
He said,
liberalised politics. Get rid of
He's our last
I don't
and
wanna-
only hope.
I don't want to swing the pendulum if it has to do with Trump. Jeez. I'm going to eat a piece of
Term.
cheese after that.
He's still got some left.
Ooh, yeah.
How big was
Switch
that block, Devin?
Substantial.
Was it a pound? Was it a pound? Have you just eaten a pound of cheese?
Chunk.
I want to see what your poop looks like in the morning.
I'll take a pic.
Christ.
Destroyed and hijacked America. But it also tells us something. I mean, Donald Trump's honestly our best option. Seriously? And I'm a proponent of Donald Trump. All of you guys know this. I've taken a lot of heat for it. I support Donald Trump, but he's our best option. Seriously?
Time out. I want this car to explode right now. Let me just say that out of all the videos we've seen, this guy is the craziest of all of them. This guy makes Chris Lasala and Bee Sting Nicholas seem totally like normal. Just like, oh yeah.
Sting Nicholas.
God, my favorite
I mean,
Trump is the tail end of his point. I mean, can you imagine giving an argument, like being like, here's some thoughts and I've been mulling over my head. And at the end of it, 10 minutes later, you're like, and by the way, Donald Trump is the best guy for the presidency of the United States of America. Way to just eradicate everything else you've ever said.
Predicted this in a Simpsons episode approximately 16 years ago because it was
that's true,
basically a worst case scenario. So let's just be upfront and honest. The fact that we're here sitting on Donald Trump, he's our hopes and dreams for America, tells you America's in the friggin' shitter. Tells you
No, it
we're
tells you-
frigging screwed.
No,
He's
no.
not in the shit. What the?
It tells you that we have idiots in the country that would think to vote for that guy. Why this guy? Well, first of all, he's a Republican. So who are his choices? If he's a Republican, he has Ted Cruz, who is like batshit, or Donald Trump. I mean, that is a depressing thing to think about. I'm depressed with my Democratic choices. So, I mean, everybody's depressed, but it's the fact that he would vote for a guy like that who would guaranteed ruin the country and just steer it off a cliff. That's the problem. It's not
Tells
9/11.
you we should be really focused on the elites in this country and abroad that have been actively
Jews.
destabilizing our host nations, whether or not it's here in America or it's abroad.
Europe.
People like George Soros, the men and women behind the smoking room,
This guy listens to
the
Glenn Beck.
Rockefellers.
This Soros obsession is all Glenn Beck. He breaks out like a chalkboard and is like, here, it all goes back to this one guy. God, it's so sad when people have no ideas of their own and you can just hear the propaganda spilling out of their mouth.
The Jamie Dimons,
I'm
the
undecided.
banksters,
I'm joking.
you know, people
Just trying to
that
get mad.
Bernie Sanders likes to talk about, etc. That's where the real truth is. That's the real proof to the pudding. That's what we should be focused on. We should be focused
To the
on
what?
uniting.
What do you say? That's the real truth to the what?
To the polic.
That's where the real
The
truth
public.
is.
That's what I heard.
That's the real proof to the pudding. That's what we should be
Pudding.
focused on. We should
To
be
the pudding.
focused on uniting.
He said pudding. He failed on that word. That was not pudding.
Well, let that slide.
Uniting, that should be the politics. It shouldn't be divide. Divide and conquer is a strategy. Social chaos is a tool of the elites. Come on, Paul Joseph Watson. Again, I'm not discrediting you. I like you. I like a lot of your work. Okay, I think you're an intelligent dude. Okay, we like InfoWars, what you guys do over there. But honestly, on this particular video, I think you're wrong.
I like Paul Joseph Watson, but I don't
Yes,
like
InfoWars is out there, dude.
It's different.
The first time I ever came across Paul Joseph Watson, I was like, the first thing I tweeted at him, he never replied. It was like, why the fuck do you work for InfoWars? Because the guy seems like pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only gig you could get. I don't know. Unfortunate.
Well, it's a popular channel. That's the sad truth.
Yeah.
I'd love to debate you sometime soon. I'm Christopher Green. Get this video out everywhere, make it viral, hard-hitting and in your face, and click the link below to support our sponsor. Peace!
Ew. Oh, God, that sounded like that fat Christian fuck. Support and share, and damn, I hate people who do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow this guy and just see what he's doing.
Oh, that left a sour taste in my mouth, man. That's depressing.
Well, that's it, guys. We're done with the videos, and we've gone 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Wow.
Oh.
My boyfriend shouting
Was it
at
good for
me.
you?
He was like, "You said you'd be 2.5 hours."
So I don't know. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Do you want to wrap it up?
How do we wrap it up?
Well, I'll say that the next. Well, yeah, the next. I hope everybody enjoyed it because I really enjoyed that. That was really, really fun. I enjoyed it. Do you enjoy it, Devin?
Was it though?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yes,
it's fun. It's fun, but it's like I feel like we need a closing segment or something. You know, we got to work on this. Can't just end.
This is a work in progress. I don't know. I mean, what would the closing segment look like? Would it be something funny?
Like it does a Hulu or something.
That, yeah.
Hulu dance.
I just didn't
Any
really-
chance next time?
I've just done
Did you?
one,
I never
kind of.
never
You'll
saw
see
it.
30 seconds later, don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the only way we'll know if this was good is I'll refresh the page, see what the comments say.
Yeah, and
then
seriously,
post-
I'm not usually interested in like comments or anything like that. But if anybody has any suggestions or any videos that they might want us to look at, by all means, put it in the comment section. I mean,
I was kidding. I was being facetious. I don't give a shit what they think.
yeah, I know. But I'm saying if anybody does have any suggestions with videos, then please put them in the link.
I need
People,
to know
just,
if the audio is better this time.
yeah, all that shit. Just tell us what you think. I am interested to know what you think. I mean, this is sort of a feedback thing. I know you don't care, Devin.
No, but because you have to not care after a certain time. I think you're too fresh to YouTube, where you actually read comments and like take feedback.
No, I don't really do that. No, I don't. I don't really do that at all.
I'm all about
Only-
dividing. I
No,
build a
but only-
wall between me and my fan base.
No, but you don't. You do the opposite.
No, I don't. Exactly. I know all these people.
So,
I need to go.
all right. So, anybody, feel free to leave any comments, be they good or bad or whatever. I won't ban anybody or whatever. I will read all the comments on this. All right. And if you've got any suggestions or you want us to look at a video, then I will take a look. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to include it, but and if you have any ideas, I don't know, maybe we'll get a guest on next time as well. We did Voltaire first, and then we'll get Voltaire on
Thank you
again.
to Leica.
Yeah, thank you,
Anthony.
Leica.
Good job getting it all going. And
Thank you, Devin.
Thanks for everybody in the chat for coming and watching and hanging out.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
It's good.
Enjoyed it. We'll do it again. Hopefully, it'll probably be at the back end of this week, maybe Friday or Saturday or something like that.